Welcome back to Buff Brain Sportscast, everybody. We're here for Season 2, Episode 8, Week 7 of the NFL. We got the 49ers versus the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. We're going with 49ers under, and they will win by the spread. I think it's going to be 20-10 49ers or 30-10 49ers, something like that. We'll see what happens. For all the new people, you can find us at bigbrainuniversity.com. You can find what else we've done. You can find our Big Brain University lessons. You can join the Discord if you are interested in one free pick from Kev here a week. High-level betting professional. If you want to learn a little more about him, visit the website as well. I guess we could do a little more in-depth bios on the website, maybe for just for fun, but that's kind of an afterthought. Dang Chargers! We'll talk about that pick, about last week's pick later on. We have some interesting topics already going on in the conversation. We've already touched on the war patterns that we're already seeing in that. That went back to Iran, the Afghanistan things. Things we've touched on in the past, we're kind of seeing those narratives make some progression. So we might have some interesting things to talk about. Again, this is a long form, just kind of chill podcast here. The Sportscast, this NFL is obviously rigged and scripted, guys. I don't know if that's not your... if you're just hardcore, you think all this stuff is real on the up and up. I mean, you got, I don't know, a lot of something going on with you. But for those of you who can't unsee, the obvious scriptedness and lies in all the other industries and areas of life here. One thing Kev was talking about before we got rolling here was how all the lies and all the patterns, and they're just lying in plain sight in every other fucking place in like everything. It's like, and then it all comes together. So it's, we can sit there and take this subject and that subject and angle it in to how it works. Did we just see a turnover? Because I think the 49ers just took the football. That would be an interesting... You're hearing a lot of cheering, though, aren't you? That's odd.
Yeah, there must be more Niners fans.
That or they're just fake crowd noise. Look at that. He had that smirk on his face like he knew that was going to happen, didn't he?
It's already started. It's not even 1 minute of the game. It didn't even take a flag. It just took this. Now it's turnover and.
Hey Kev, one thing I was thinking I wouldn't want to tell you. When you get set up with your laptop, what we can do, because you have an account to like access all the games, right? So you can go and watch the games after they've happened.
On a red zone, I don't know how that works. I've never tested that.
Because what we're going to need, maybe we could even pull it from your cable box here somehow.
I'm sure there's a way to go back and watch them.
But what we should start to implement is picking out some plays that were like obviously scripted. Or like take the last like drive of a game, right? And let's like just break it down.
Yeah, because there's so many camera angles.
Yeah.
When they finally pick up and then it's like, okay, well, there it is.
And then we can just kind of draw it out. We can do some breakdowns. Because right now, really, all we do have up for people is long form podcast stuff. Which, if that's not your cup of tea, I don't know what to tell you. You can just break it up in a bunch of different spots. There's no problem doing that. You don't have to listen to this all at once. But eventually, this winter, I'll be doing much shorter videos and some longer stuff too. I'm going to get into doing movie reviews. I think one of the first ones I'm going to do is Barbie.
There you go.
I can't fucking wait, dude. There's so much going on in that. I watched it again because there's nothing new on right now. And I noticed so many more things. Like, I don't even want to get into it, but it's telling us so much. Niners just down into the 17-yard line already.
Red zone.
Let's see.
You know, this is all your picks these Monday night. I do Discord pick. Unfortunately, I lost my pick, but
if anybody was expecting any, synchronicity on the picks today, yes, there was a little bit at the gym for the over/under, and why I think it's going to be like 20-10 or 30-10, just on the over/under. But I have to call this. I have to pick the Niners here because of my bias. Like it's one of the easiest games for me to actually Monday night games for me to actually call because I don't. There's no way I could. There's no way I could pick the Vikings, unless I said the other weekend where they were 1 something, and it was like they played a team where it was like, okay, yeah, an upset there would actually make sense.
They were 1-4, and then they beat the Bears.
I think that was probably it.
Now they're 2-4. They beat the Bears last week, and then the Vikings are 0-3 at home. That's why it's kind of like, well, how many home games are you going to lose, Vikings? Because then fans are ruthless.
Right.
You don't want to make Vikings. They can lose on the road all they want, but they start losing 3 at home? Jeez, there you go. Like a turnover.
I think he was already down.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Because he was like on the ground
He was rolling
before
around.
that ball even came out.
My Discord pick, I had the Chargers against the Chiefs. Chargers plus 5.5 against the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat them 31-17. But I have a 4-3 record. That's 58%. It's still above 50%.
Oh wow, nope. Kev, he actually fucking fumbled there.
Right in his head. So that was a brutal game for me. Brutal beat. What happens? Roller coaster shit with Taylor Swift. And what's interesting about that game was the first half of that game, there were 41 points scored in that Chiefs Chargers at halftime.
31?
41 at halftime.
Jeez.
Travis Kelce had 9 passes complete in a row for 150 yards. Some crazy stat. And then get this. So the over-under on that game was 48.5. The over-under was 48.5. It was at 41 at halftime. They only scored 7 points in the second half.
What?
7 points were scored in the second half for a total of 48. What a bad beat that was for those degenerate gamblers that had the over in that game. I'm like, that was unheard of. 41 and they only scored 7. And then let's just tell football, the NFL, Taylor Swift, give us back our football. Please give us back our football. These Taylor Swift fans, I'll tell you, they were outraged after this creepy Jackson Mahomes. Do you know who Jackson Mahomes is?
Patrick's brother?
Yeah, he's not an athlete. He's just his brother.
Okay.
But the guy apparently has like sexual history of like something. It's all over the internet. Like this guy's a deviant. Like he's a predator for women and something like to that effect. So what happened was this guy's in the box seat at the Chiefs game.
Okay.
And he's standing behind her. And when the Swifties had saw that he's there, dude got on Twitter and they alerted. They were calling the stadium, hey, somebody get security and get him out of that box. Get him out of Taylor's box. He's nothing but trouble. He's nothing but trouble. So with that is
wow.
But folks, it's way past time of this renaissance of this Taylor Swift saga. As long as Taylor Swift's involved, I will be voting all picks that involve the Kansas City Swifties until further notice, okay? I went out on a limb. I went with, you know what? It's the Chiefs can't just continue to fucking do this. And here they did it. Dude. And I fell in the trap. I fell in that trap like a lot of other people. They're like, you know what? 5.5 points, that's a trap because they're just feeding people to take the 5.5 with the Chargers. And I was one of them. I'll admit, hey, that was one where I went with no Taylor Swift gonna be there. She showed up. Fucking, that really destroyed my pick. When I saw that at the first quarter, I was like, my pick's dead. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this pick, and I had the negative belief. Hopefully, that would reverse it, and it didn't. So with that, I have a 4-3 record. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
I have
right.
4-3. And
It's
I'm
still
gonna
good.
continue.
You're still looking tough,
I'm
man.
still on the cushion. I'm
I
still
bet the
above.
the 2 other games that you circled, did those hit?
The Ravens was the other one. They fucking won 37-17 or whatever it was. I had the Ravens circled, and then the other one was the Bears.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm never gonna call Kev off of one of his official picks because I thought that I thought he had some intel like Swifty's performing in Germany, so she's
thought
not
she was
gonna be there or
performing.
something like that,
I thought
right?
she was gone for a month. I said at week 2, I'm like, she's gone for a month. We ain't gonna hear from her, motherfucker. She's back in the. She's back in the
Yeah.
every week now.
Otherwise, when I saw his pick, I was like, okay, who are they playing? I looked that up a bit later, and then I saw it was at the Chiefs. I was like, holy shit, he is playing with fucking fire,
They're like,
dude.
that guy on drugs, man. Why is he picking that? Did he
I
mean
was
the-
like, are
did he
you
mean the
really
LA
betting against the Chiefs at home? Like, you must know something. Like, he must be in fancy or some shit right now. Like, otherwise, I would have called him off. I would have been like, dude, there's no way. You just can't flip that coin. What if Swifty shows up?
But
Like,
that's a problem. She fucking was there, and I was going with the impression. My only research with the stats and all that makes sense. All the stats, but you threw Taylor Swift in there. I'm like, my fucking pick is dead, and I can't like cancel it. I can't do anything. I can't surrender. It's not a sports book. I can't go up and get give me 10% of my money
no
back.
take-backs.
I surrender. Like in blackjack, you got a 16 and the dealer shows a 10. Do you want insurance?
Yeah.
Fuck yes. I couldn't get it.
oh, I know. Oh, man.
So with the Swifty and all that taking over, I'm gonna blame that on. You know what? The way it was scripted was that they were gonna go in there and beat the Chiefs to give the Chiefs fans something to talk about. But Taylor wasn't there. I thought if she wasn't there, they lose. Here's the storyline: Travis and Taylor are having
What is that
having
fucking
arguments.
song?
Something's gonna happen with. There's gonna
Taylor
be a
wasn't there.
disagreement.
Taylor wasn't there. What
And
is
then
that
bam,
song?
What she show up in the box seat with the other
man.
guy. Now Swifties wanted him out of there, and they were showing her, and they were doing a dance. Her, and
I
Brittany
know, the
Mahomes,
choreography.
They were doing this like
Yeah.
touchdown dance in the box, and people
Kev's
were
like, God
people
damn
were
it,
like-
stop dancing.
And you know what? I turned away from the Chiefs game because I normally would watch it. But you know what? I got away because I want to watch Taylor Swift, and I'm like, the game was tied at 10-10, and I'm like, okay, let me get away from this Taylor Swift shit. I'm gonna get that off my mind. I turn on their channel, motherfucking, she's televised at another game on like the news. It's halftime, and they're all every one of them.
Everybody's talking about Taylor.
Fucking Taylor Swift.
Oh my God.
It's getting to be so bad that for Halloween, these Swifties, they're taking their favorite athlete or favorite team, whether it's the Vikings, Green Bay, and they're putting Swifty Kelsey's on these fucking back of these jerseys, and they're all dressing up with these Taylor Swift colors, and they're going as Swifty fans. As Halloween, but they're actually going to the games too. So this whole thing is really got me wondering what's next involved in this whole
goddamn thing is
Taylor Swift.
so scripted.
It's been a month now.
I'm
Week
seeing
2.
the underplay out right now.
24.6.
All these plays that Minnesota's, everything that's happening, I'm seeing an under game.
But we've been talking about this Taylor Swift now every week, and that's how she's impacting this.
Here's our first
whole-
kind of flag on the play too. She is she's
All of
affecting it. The whole
All
thing
of
is
it.
almost revolving around her
All
right
of
now.
it. It's I don't know what to think anymore. I really thought
Dude, this guy's got notes and shit. Hey, notice. Okay, so let's notice some little details. Notice where he was reading. He was reading kind of up at the top left. So I would imagine the way the game would go, it goes from top left to bottom right? So maybe later in the game he'll be looking towards a different section of it. Let's keep a little tabs on that.
Yeah, you got the.
I would already want to go back and clip those two fumbles because that one fumble, it wasn't like a fumble. It was the Vikings guy had possession of it and then he just kind of gave it away to him. And then the second one, it was the Niners guy could have just held on to the ball and fell down, but he totally just dropped it on purpose. And then the other 49ers guy that kind of dove on it, just like belly flopped and kind of swatted away. And it was like, why didn't you just grab it, dude? You could have just bent over and grab it. You didn't have to even jump and dive. There was nobody around him. So it was like, what the fuck?
I don't trust any of that over-under, like, on pace. That motherfucking Chiefs in the Chargers game was a perfect example.
Oh, shoot, man. Yeah, when you
41
said
points
41
at halftime
points
and you have the over? Do you know what the odds are of not
that was
hitting the over?
insane. What was the over-under you said?
48.5.
48.5.
It was 41 at half.
And it hit 48? You fucking kidding me.
48. 31 to 17.
You fucking kidding me.
31 to 17.
Oh my God, that makes it even so much worse.
7 points scored.
I thought it was like 50, 51,
no.
something like that.
They were on pace to score 70 in
52.
that game, bro.
Like
really, I'm telling you, the whole thing shut down. That, you know what? There should have been 2 more touchdowns in the Chargers, and I would have won the game outright as a double-digit underdog cover. But Taylor fucked that all up. Serious, man. I had no idea Taylor was going to be she fucking stiffed me on that 1 week when she wasn't there and the Chiefs didn't cover. Now she's at the game and they fucking win by 14
yeah.
31 to 17, man.
Yeah, that darn stadium, man. That place just gets set on fire regularly when that chick shows up. Jeez.
She was in Minneapolis, when they were there last. Yeah, and she showed up and.
How did they not know, like, she was going to the game? That's what we almost need to, like, we need to become Swifties, Kevin, then we'll know. You want to go first?
Fuck that, man. Those Swifties they're mean.
Anybody out there want to do some recon for us?
I've met some Swifties, and dude, they don't fuck around. Like, they got the cars dressed up as Swift. They're wearing stuff. They got pitchforks for people that break promises.
Touchdown
and tickets.
Vikings.
I've been around them, bro. They're a whole nother breed of people. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely pissing off the over fucking whatever crowd.
This is just.
But if you got kids, they want to watch fucking Taylor at the game, so it's whatever they're doing. They're bringing the younger crowd in, and you know what? They can't let Taylor. They can't let him beat, because if the Swifties see Taylor or her man lose in a game, get dethroned, they're not going to tune in anymore.
Dude, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing how they're just all in on it.
Jefferson isn't even playing tonight either.
I don't know why. Like, sometimes having someone agree with you after you've put a lot of effort into proving something and you've done it over and over and over. Trevor's reference to Jake the Asshole's YouTube channel and how he's covering the NFL being scripted like we are. He's still not. I'd like to talk to him just to be like, hey, there's more going on here. Let's talk about like more how they're doing this stuff. But at least he's really pointing it out, and he's doing a good job on his bets, it looks like. Basically just kind of, he does do some of the reasoning that we do. I see him doing some of those things, so
good.
We'll give him another shout out on that.
And then give a shout. Who is the female that put something?
Shauna.
Shout out to Shauna. Shout out to Shauna.
Yeah,
Trevor too.
I shared Trevor's video with Shauna, his video on microgreens, because Shauna asked me about microgreens like several months ago, like 3, I don't know, whatever it was. And I don't really know that much about them. I mean, I could go in and look at it here, but right off the top of my head, nope. So I was like, but I know a guy who knows some, and he just came out with a video that had it in his own microgreen stuff. So I linked it to her, and she was like, that dude is genius. I was like, yeah, I know. That's why we brought him in.
Shout out to Jake the Asshole. God has good opinions on
yeah. I watched his live stream as well this past week. It was fairly entertaining. He does some pretty good impressions of Richie from Boston, riding in my car here, vaping on my vape machine, hiding from the Chinese drones. It's like, he does a pretty good impression of him. I had almost forgot that Richie from Boston existed until I started watching Jake the Asshole's channel again. Thanks for that, but
It's good there's others out there that
I was
see
almost
it.
over that.
It's good that there's others out there that see it in the perspective that we see it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you're out there and you think this gambling shit is not rigged, you're into like you got to be so past the time in this renaissance of everything's on the up and up. Are you fucking kidding me? These guys, this is politics.
Yeah.
When they speak, they're talking in politics.
They were cheerleaders, noteworthy. Camera was actually showing cheerleaders that were not Taylor Swift.
Wow, there we go.
Very interesting.
But to anybody out there that doesn't believe that it's, I don't know what to say. It doesn't even, I mean, you can't.
Yeah, what
can't
do you
even
say?
explain it.
Can you rationalize with that person? Then it's like, what do you say to rationalize with that person?
There's no way these guys get paid millions. There's no way that they could do bullshit, man. These naive people that sit there and think that everything's on the up and up. You know what? They're the same assholes that are betting all these parlays on the DraftKings. But DraftKings says, hey, we want you to come gamble with us on the up and up. It's like going to a casino. You got a 50-50 chance. And motherfucking bullshit. The NFL, who the fuck has the advantage here? Not the player. The motherfucking, the gambling, advertising, and it's like, okay, you're going to pay for something. It's like watching a Marvel movie and knowing that tomorrow you got fucked over. Like the ending wasn't like you thought it was going to be. And then it turns out because of some sort of fucking whatever happens, flags, they don't see that, but I see it. And then they're like, no, it's okay. I just keep losing my money to these fucking gambling companies because now ESPN, all these companies migrated. They're all part of this gambling.
Yeah.
They're talking gambling. They're promoting. They're saying how they're betting. They're talking about all this fucking. And then when the game goes wrong, and the announcers know that the fucking public just got their asses handed to them by a flag, they always go and they needle you. They're like, oh, that's going to cost some people money, or not money. They'll say that's going to cost some people some emotions after this game. I'll tell you, I've seen fights with families over this stuff. Motherfucking, it's a game. You're just on the side where you're just manipulated one way or another. That's the problem. You could win 2 games in a row. You could win 10 in a row. But you motherfucking going to lose. There's no 100% in this shit. I just want to hopefully be above 50%, which is 90% better than anybody else out there on this trend of gambling. That's one play a week. Motherfuckers do 3, 5, 10 games a day. You ain't going to ever come out ahead. Jake the Asshole, no problem. He got his thing. If he continues and has it backing up, great. He's got the playbook. He knows exactly what's going on. But the other motherfuckers that don't see it, they won't buy into it. They just will think that, oh, man, this gambling thing is just one of those. It's so much easier, especially you can go to a casino. You do it on your app on a phone. You're sitting there and you're fucking getting drunk and you're just placing bets. With no even knowledge. You're going to, okay, this guy likes the over yards on this player. I'm going to go with the fucking commentator while the other channel is saying go with the under. So now they're balancing it out and they're just making money on interest. But motherfuckers, it's not enough. The NFL has to rig it so they make every fucking dollar that's over 50% action on one side. They got to make it fucking so nobody wins money in the long run in this shit unless you're on the inside.
You know, if Jake, if you ever listen to this, I don't mean any offense or disrespect by this, but there's a possibility that his channel is controlled opposition, and here's the angle I'm going with, and not that like he's a bad guy or anything like that, but one, the flat Earth is debunkable, so that's a little bit. I think that they use that to kind of deter people from his channel, but the people that actually get past both of those things and they're like, yeah, dude, that the NFL's scripted. You know, big brain people, because that's the type of people that end up getting that far with any of those narratives. The angle on the betting, Kev, even though you know that it's scripted and rigged, right? I don't have to convince you of that. People will still bet on it. Absolutely. It's almost even more addictive because now I know that it's rigged. But now I can see that and I can almost strategize even better. And now look, what have we done? What have we done? God forbid, fueled that fucking fire with some fiery fucking betting percentages.
Yeah.
And we're like, look at this, top this, guys. Top this shit. Do it, try this, you know? Jake the Asshole, it's possible that he does have the script, like his picks are actually coming down from someone else, but I mean, it's possible. It is all kind of how the day in the life of a controlled opposition person. I mean, what would that life really be like? You know what you know, and you can only promote certain narratives to a certain extent. It's like if I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, I don't know if I can. Can you fully disrespect somebody that's controlled opposition? That maybe is just a little bit different of a conversation, but
the gambling is
like I said, I would never.
This gambling has become such a household thing, and it's destroying
Yeah.
lives 1 week at a time, bro. I'm telling you, a recreational gambler that bets, I don't know what, like $50, $100 at a game. That's still a lot for recreational. You gotta think somebody makes X amount of money, and they're like, okay, I can afford to lose $1,000. Motherfuckers will lose 10. They'll lose 10,000 just out of
check this acting job out. Like here, what he does with the ball when he runs out of bounds. Brock Purdy, he had a quarterback scramble. See how he just reached out and put it up?
Well, you know, he put over the first down.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of people doing that when they're these days?
Come more in college.
That was like a fundamental smart brain move right there, you know, that somebody acting, like I've seen a lot of quarterbacks run out of bounds these days, just not place the ball right there, you know.
Well, they do it. I see it, but I don't know. It's not ordinary.
Okay.
But motherfuckers they'll lose so much money and the problem with this DraftKings is you're going to run out of money. It's not like a book. You can just fucking get credit and run $20,000 to a fucking guy that takes sports action. But these companies that are regulated, not only do they fucking rake money and just make so much money off the sports gambling, that if you're too good, they'll fucking cut you off.
Yeah, well, that's the last thing I wanted to say about the Jake the Asshole's channel and if he's controlled opposition is I mentioned this the first time I brought him up is how did his channel survive the YouTube purge during COVID? Because actually when I look back, well, no, I shouldn't speak too soon. I'd have to double check if he was speaking out against COVID or not. Even if he was, it's like, how did you survive on YouTube? Because all of us got fucking banned, dude. I didn't even have like content up and my account got banned.
Oh, send him a message, ask him.
So some of those things are a little bit suspicious, but I don't know if he would take offense to suspicion or not. It's like, I don't know, man. We just kind of have to practice some healthy skepticism around here these days.
Apparently. But yeah. Because gambling, it's not good.
Dude.
It's really not good. It's for entertainment, but goddamn, some people fucking act like they going to retire the next day because they win a parlay. Well, fucking, you bet parlays. Well, I stress that parlays are just like it's like the Powerball, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
You gonna get ass handed to you with parlays. There's no two ways about it.
Like we saw on the advertisement right before this started,
the
it said super parlay, and it's like they're throwing out the lingo now.
Super parlay.
Like, who the fuck would know what that is?
You win $1 million? Like
this
type of stupidity.
I guarantee you, scenario, my parents are sitting at home watching Monday Night Football. Yeah, because the Vikings are playing. Of course, that's what they're doing. Watching this game right now, do you think they know what a super parlay is? They have no clue, and they've been watching sports longer than I have.
Yeah, this whole gambling.
But now, now it's like
parlay of this, parlay. You know what? Parlay is just a sucker. It's a lot.
They're normalizing
worse than scratch
slowly.
off tickets.
Yeah,
I would have a better chance of hitting a scratch off ticket of some value. I don't know, 10, 20, whatever, 100,000. Some of those tickets are pretty elaborate.
That's
not
why...
the Powerball, but a scratch off ticket. I would have a better chance of buying 100 $1 scratch off tickets and You know what? I might end up breaking even. I might lose, but I'm going to win something out of that 100. I'm just law of numbers. I don't might
Probably
be the big
15.
one. Motherfucking parlays. You try to put 3 teams or 4 teams, God, 5 teams together. There's no. The mathematic is already stuck against you for payouts. You
Next Monday, Raiders, Lions. Ooh.
But these parlays are what people don't want to win $100 on a game. They want to win $10 to win 1,000. They want to bet $50 to win 5,000. They don't want this small ball money. They're the same people play lottery tickets. Same people fucking do parlays. Now, no discredit to parlay players. I don't do them obviously, but I've done them before. They're fun. But some people rely on, man, if I just get 1 out of 10 parlays, I'll fucking win 10 grand. I mean, just one of those.
Just one.
Those numbers, the house.
I'm due to hit one.
The player needs all the parlays to hit, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 team. The house needs you to lose 1. Do you know how tough it is to pick one game? Bro, I just did one game. Kansas City, I got my ass handed to me. Imagine I had a 6-team parlay. I'm like, how the fuck can I even get past this in the next game? The parlays, man. Teasers too. Suckers. Books love the parlays and teasers. They don't like sharp action. I walk in there to like, get your fuck out of here. You got to put that in a parlay. I'm like, bro, I just want to bet 1,000 on a game. Nope, Kev, you got to put in a parlay because you're too good. We need you to mix because the house, you have advantage on the house. We're going to take advantage of you. We're going to throw you a fucking whatever. I'm like, man, I don't want any parlay. I don't want any part of that. Well, that's the rules here. You just make up rules. Yeah, if you're too good, we're going to expand you. If you're not good enough, fucking keep betting. That's how it works, bro. You're too good at gambling, they ban you. That's fucked up. You outsmart the system, they're like, that's cheating. How the fuck is that cheating? I'm just smart. Just counting cards. How is that cheating?
Don't no
shut
shit.
That table down after somebody wins. They're like, this is bullshit. Like, that's our law.
That field goal was totally, you could see it curve right at the beginning of the flight. Just yoink.
Yep. Yeah, man, just a parlay. I just get a fascination of like, man, if I was working at a sports book and was taking tickets behind, now you can just do it online. But if you was at a sports book in Vegas and I was a cashier and I had people coming up fucking betting parlays, bro, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to fucking put this money in my left pocket. That's for me. I'm taking this action, motherfucker, because see, fucking house ain't good. That's free money. This pocket is full of free cash. But no. I wouldn't, it was just too funny to see, like, the people get that glimmer of hope. They just, they're like, man, $5 to win 2,000. They're like, yes, I got the fucking magical parlay card. Motherfucking, you ain't going to win one of those. I mean, really.
$5 get 200?
Whatever the amount is. You can go $5 to win $1 million on DraftKings if you want. And really go fucking, like, lottery, like, millions to 1 odds. Like, so, yeah. Man, it baffles me. It really does. But hey.
Oh, okay, that's what this is. Royal River Casino. Okay.
More gambling.
Yep. Advertising, more gambling.
More gambling.
That's what we need. More degenerate gambling.
But them scammers. You were talking like maybe Jake the asshole maybe he's part of the organization. He has a playbook. He knows everything and he knows all, but he's going to mix a few up so he don't sound so 100%. Because God forbid you do that, they become the FBI will be knocking on the door, motherfucker. Who do you know? How do you know this information? Where are you getting this? And that's the type of shit you don't want. Not to say that that's that, but hey, if I had a fucking guarantee, somebody said that to me, like, Kev, if I had a fixed game, would you do something with it? I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. First of all, what am I going to do? He's like, you know anybody will take like $1 million wager? I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, first of all, if I take $1 million, I'm not a celebrity to Vegas. If I take 100,000, they gonna fucking question me.
Yeah, you would have to just
they'd be like, who
spread
are you
it
affiliated
out.
with? You got to fill out tax forms, all this shit. You need to give your ID, bro. They will find out.
Yeah,
out
you
if
wouldn't.
If you're involved in a fix,
you wouldn't be able to biff
Can't
from Back to the
not
Future.
Back to the Future. You ain't know.
Yeah, no, you
But
would get found out.
If you had, you would never explain everything. And if you knew everything, you would have to mix it up.
And what did that book actually? Yeah.
The Almanac.
Of course.
It had all the scores for the future.
Well, in that movie, why did they choose that? Why, just to point out that I think they did it, this mock it in plain sight, that it's already scripted. People already at that level already know, and now they just since the movie, it almost reinforces
Yeah,
that
Future,
dumb
that
mentality where it's
that guy,
like,
he
it's
used-
not scripted because I saw in Back to the Future, like, it's just,
That does make sense. I never thought about that.
right?
Put
Well,
that in perspective.
dude,
And then he
they
fucking
hit
opened up
these
the
things
casino.
from so many different angles. That's why it's like this Jake the Asshole channel actually making it and getting. We're just speculating that if it was controlled opposition, that's one angle that would actually benefit them. Is you keep the people that get deterred from the NFL, that figure out this is a script. I don't want to watch this shit anymore. But then they find something that some other people talking about it and relating with. So then develops a community. And if that community is also still betting on the sport, then it catches them, right? It catches them before they leave, before they finally leave. It gives them another opportunity to catch them in that scarcity loop, basically, again.
Scarcity loop, damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
we were just talking about recognizing all these patterns. If I see those fucking patterns in somewhere, it's like, well, that's what I'm seeing. It's worth saying. That's just what happens. It just comes out.
You know, you're talking about that opposition. The same thing they do with these commentators. Because what happens is after something, you got 50 million people watching a game. We're talking playoffs, like last year, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincinnati Bengals and the Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chiefs and the Niners versus the Eagles. And that Bengals shit was so fucked up that people talked about it for weeks, how rigged this shit was, and it came out. People were on Twitter saying, rigged, everything's rigged. Well, 50 fucking million people saw the same thing. It should have been overturned. The Super Bowl should not have been the Chiefs and the Eagles. They made it to be based off of evidence that we all saw. So we have 50 million people watching. You got 25,000 people that flood the network with rigged. The commentators, do you know what Pat McAfee is?
Yeah.
He does ESPN. He used to do Game Day. He played a college kicker. He went to West Virginia.
Yeah.
The guy is part of the NFL. He's just one of those like spokesperson for the NFL. But he runs a show where he can say whatever he wants. Kind of like it's off this wall, but it's on ESPN. But the thing with him is he came out and said he came out and backed the NFL, talking to these people that it ain't rigged. There's no way that these players, he gave every reason why it's not rigged that you would make you believe, but I'm like, this motherfucking guy
You
is
motherfucking
also,
liar.
And he also did WrestleMania, like he's a spokesperson.
Oh.
He's an actor, but his sports stuff is awesome. I love listening to because he has he talks real shit and he does no sugarcoat. But when it came to this shit, dude, he laid it out and he was saying how it would take too many people to do all this. And he's like, it's the refs' fault. He kept saying the refs are at fault for this. It has nothing to do with the people behind the scenes. Because he was doing scenarios. He goes, okay, this person on Twitter
Pins
said,
the tail on a donkey for
this
you,
guy says, this guy wants to know this. He goes, earpieces. Are the guys just being told when to throw flags? He goes, no. He goes, they're throwing flags off of their own, what they can see. And he goes, it's a ref's fault if a game looks like it's rigged. He goes, the NFL would not rig thing because if they did, the thing, he gave every reason to back the NFL. But with that being said, that's how it goes. Yeah. He has to back it. But if all this shit is all to make it politics, one side or the other. You're either in with the rig or you're in with it, but you don't want to believe it. Or you're like, I'm on the fence about it. Or you're just, you know what? This shit is so fucking on the up and up. I'm going to gamble on it because I have an edge.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, this is how it is. And that's how it is. If they hear anything about rigging, you get enough people and they're going to fucking boycott this NFL in the end. 10 years from now, it'll be flag football. Because next year, the Olympics, there's football and it's flag football. They're going to bring that sport into the shit with injuries. They're going to bring a flag football league in the summer for fucking this football. Watch. They already probably have it with the Pro Bowl. They did with the Pro Bowl. They had flag football during the Pro Bowl because there's too many concussions that year. Now, that's how fucked up this is all going to go. This is WWE fucking 1980s right here. You give it 10 years, it'll be exposed. And people are going to stop fucking... And WWE can still bet on it somewhere just because it's part of a storyline.
Dude, this thing was just so set up. Oh my God.
You can bet on anything that... It's stupid shit. Online sports. Anything you can bet on. knowing that it's a script. But what are you going to be for side on? You're going to be on Macho Man Randy Savage?
Dude, watch this play. Watch this play. Watch how all the Niners like made sure to line up to the left, and then look what they do. Like everybody goes right, but the Niners defense does not shift to the left to where everybody on the Vikings is going.
I know, that's how they run the script. Like,
so it's like,
everybody go left,
yes,
the
they
other team
are
go right.
all fucking in on it, dude. They know what's happening. Like I'm seeing it now. Like these guys are not trying to tackle people. When they try to tackle somebody, they tackle them. But when they don't try to, they get away. And you can see it. They're always these half-assed effort tackles. They just try. They're acting, you guys. They're trying to make it look like they're doing it. They'll flail their arms up and shit, but they'll be like five. They'll make sure to stay 5-10 yards away from where the receiver actually is. It's like this is all an act, you guys. It's so much more
fun. Holding there. Look at all that holding.
It's so much more scripted than it fucking ever was.
Throw a flag there. That would have been
right.
But they didn't
holding the whole time too.
But the problem was they didn't need to throw the flag because they already had another idea.
Exactly. They had some.
They had a backup.
They already had. Look at that. They have eight Vikings or no, maybe not eight.
That would have been
6 or 7 Vikings.
That would have been 5 flags thrown for holding.
All shit. Yeah, dude. It's so scripted. Like there's no way this is fucking real. There's no way this is a real competition. These guys aren't even they're barely even sweating, not even. Like which ones are sweating? Maybe some of the linemen.
I don't know, man. But the thing is,
that means they're not running hard,
in 10
dude.
years from now, people are going to be like, "Why the fuck would you bet on that?" It's all scripted. We know what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is all scripted.
Because it's entertainment. It's fucking.
Because now I know it's all scripted, and now I'm going to win the money. The money is mine.
Here's the other thing. Now, what people thought got smart doing, they started doing only player props. So they do over/under on rush yards, over/under on pass yards, over/under on everything, right? Okay. Mostly they're in the Super Bowl, but now it's every game, every play you can bet on. But what they're doing when they get too much money on a player,
that was totally scripted too. Here we'll send in a bunch of Niners to blitz, and then we'll just have them like do. Oh my God!
Let's say
I'm watching a dance recital right now.
Let's say you had $5 million on the over on Travis Kelce, whatever his number is. Let's say over 140 yards. And all of a sudden, there's all this money that's bet on the over on him. And they got $10 million on the over.
Oh, somebody's hurt. Sorry, fake injury.
They got $10 million on just one of a bet, like an over. And they only got $1 million on the under. Them motherfuckers could pull Travis Kelce halfway through this whole thing. He only got 70 yards. They could just pull a player out of nowhere and be like, hey, you got to sit on the bench. You got too much action on you going over many yards. We need to sit you down. We're going to make up for it with these other 2 players. We just need you to sit down, keep the yardage under. We got to protect your injury. But that's what their excuse would be. Why did you pull him at halftime? Well, he had 140 fucking yards already. Over under was 155 and a half. What'd you expect us to do? Keep him in and the books lose money? No. That's what we had to do. But we made up for it the other way. It's all part of this shit, dude. It's not could just be one player, but they could fucking do it. Any player they need to plug in.
Wait. From the director of Thor comes another epic battle. See, they're foreshadowing. They're foreshadowing here. There's another epic battle coming, Kev. Remember we were talking about just before the cast started with this war coming up? Yeah. Now they're foreshadowing. I remember they did this back with it was Captain America's Civil War. What was it? The Avengers Civil War or something like that. That was the name of it. Remember when that came out? It was like the same narrative was going on in the world. And I remember it was like, these movies, they're foreshadowing and conditioning all this. So, okay, I see it.
Yes, sir. We are going to war, and it's going to be it's going to be a chaotic next 6 months, to say the least. Fucking absolutely. You know what? I could probably send an email to a contact through a contact. Bro, I could be fucking over somewhere in about 2 weeks if I wanted. Yeah. Do I want to? No. But would I love to go back and see shit? Fuck yeah. I miss it. Motherfucking send me to fucking Fort Meade, Maryland. I'll fuck go there for a year. I miss that shit. But now we're in a whole nother. This is a whole nother fucking animal of what's going on, what people are seeing. This is crazy.
There's going to
absolutely
be
bananas.
fake people that die and then real people that die.
Oh,
That's usually
man.
how it starts. There's fake people, they fake some shit, and then they get real people to go die. It's like, that's the script. That's the script, you guys.
I want 100. I could ask any amount of fucking money that's reasonable. If the contract job says, hey, 180,000, but you might be gone for 6 months out of the year, where we don't know. That's the thing. You don't know where you're going. Fucking Antarctica, Singapore. Pick one. I'll fucking go to Singapore. Motherfucker, I want to go to Antarctica. I should do that. I want to go fucking Antarctica for a year. But if this thing was, I could just send a email. Motherfucking, I get a phone call. They're like, hey, we need you to fucking be at this place. I'll be there. Here's your fucking plane tickets, overnight FedEx envelope, fucking passport. Let's go.
See if I can go with you.
Done. Yes. But
You're
that's
like,
how. But
can I get a +1 to Antarctica, please?
I could ask. I want 100, 200, 300, 400, whatever. How much shit do you want to see? The higher the price goes. You know what I mean?
Then like Beavis and Butthead do America, we'll do Big Brain does Antarctica.
We'll go fucking Antarctica, man. Oh my god, man, what an opportunity I missed up. But anyway, the war's coming. No stopping it, and this one's gonna probably be one of those that who knows how long it could last? Because we was going in there with the intention of no troops on the ground. Motherfucker, this go Christmas, 50,000 troops. 5,000 troops by Christmas. More now with the naval ships, probably 100,000, but like 50,000.
Well, and how long
next
is this?
Year? 100,000.
They've been like developing this narrative for a long time. I don't even know. Has it been hundreds, thousands of years?
It's always something in the making.
Because this has always been like a religious thing, right? So
always some religion, especially that the country of some of those people don't even understand. So they just want to cut heads off, burn fucking people in cages. They are ruthless, man. There's these little outfits, these little whatever. It's unfortunate that. Oh shit. It's unfortunate. I wish I could say that that's all made up. There's no fucking way that's happening, but it's fucking there.
Right.
But, according to media, they're going to buff. Nobody wins in this shit. Democrat, whatever you are, we're all fucked. So, yeah. If I wanted to, I could, but I'm not going to. I'll sit and watch this thing go on.
Yeah,
itself.
sit that one out.
I'm sitting motherfucking this. I ain't going nowhere.
Your services for your country are best served here.
Hey, wait, I'll do jury duty. Fucking, I'm a law-abiding citizen, man. But to go, I'm getting, yeah. Nah.
All right, that's a 10-0 lead for the Vikes. 7 minutes and 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, there's that number 10 already. Probably see 30-point swing or 20-point swing Niners. It'll just be the Vikings won't even score the rest of the game. It could be that the darn Vikings squeak this one off somehow, and it's 2010 at the end.
Man, it's after what I saw with this go by. Dude, it's all part of that. You got to keep the Vikings fans in there. You got to keep everybody happy. And motherfucker, at halftime, you got two options.
Right.
If these players played it out like they wanted to, the score would be 52-6. The game's over halftime.
Probably something.
Just like an NBA.
Yeah.
If you let those players run, why do you think the All-Star game they fucking score 400 points? Because there's no fucking cares. Run up and down the court, no fouls. Let's fucking but that's the problem.
Right.
Halftime, you know how much fucking money they would lose on the revenue of people walking out at halftime?
A lot.
Do you want to see a baseball game over in the second inning?
That's right.
Do you want to see pay your good money to see the star quarterback sit on the bench?
That's what we've seen too. Is like 49er humiliation here too so far.
Give you hope.
And like the way the game started, it was like, oh, Niners are just gonna start out and they're just gonna run away with it. Oh no, fumble right at the end in the red zone. Fumbled the fumble, and now look.
Just
10-0 Vikings. And then what did we see? Like, oh, the Niners, after looking just brilliant, marching down the field and, like, nobody's going to stop them. And then what do we see? Just nothing. It's it's so scripted, you guys. Sometimes it's got to be tough to watch, Kev. I don't know how you do it.
It's easy when Taylor Swift isn't there.
I
That's
thought
the
that was
proof.
going to make it better.
No, fuck no. I got so pissed. I'm like, come on, give me a fuck. Just
If you would have picked the Chiefs,
fuck, man. That's a problem.
would you have been happy she was there? Would you have been like, Taylor, I love you. Come back next
Man,
week.
I would have had a different perspective because I would have picked the Chiefs if I knew Taylor would have been there, but I wouldn't have picked the Chiefs anyways because I didn't fucking like that matchup, knowing that there's a possibility she could have been there. I'm done with this.
yeah.
Chiefs, man, no more. I'm done with them.
I was like,
They're the Patriots of this era, bro.
I was telling you last week,
they're the
man.
New England Patriots. They're the Gronkowski and Tom Brady and Belichick of this motherfucking era. That's the one thing that people don't understand. How can one team win six? They do these dynasties. They let all these teams win. The Lakers, motherfucking Niners back in the day. There's all these eras where you got to have this team be the spokesperson. Tom Brady was the spokesperson. Peyton Manning was Peyton and Tom played at the same time. There is no other Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick and Travis. Nobody else. Oh, actually, it's Taylor and the NFL. Taylor first, NFL second, and then their structure below that, which is probably tens of thousands of people deep that are in the trenches that are writing this shit up that we ain't ever gonna know. And if you find out, you're dead or they're fucking gone. You know?
Yeah.
Imagine these is like the NFL is like the FBI. They got their fucking informants. They got everything. They're no different. They're probably. I bet you the NFL with their power and the mob. They're bigger than the FBI when it comes to like power.
Do you remember the movie The Good Shepherd with Angelina Jolie and Matt Damon?
Oh man.
He is, I'll just summarize quick. He's going, I can't remember what school he's going to, but basically he gets admitted into Skull and Bones. And then kind of does works for the government. Basically all classified shit. But part of the movie is like, one of the guys that was sort of a mentor or whatever for him, ends up getting offed. And it basically shows how, it's basically saying, look, if you go against your guys in any way because you are sworn in, this is what's going to fucking happen to you. That is just what they do. So if any of these guys talk, they know what's going to happen to them. They know what's going to happen to their families. It's you got to understand what kind of club these guys are actually in. It ain't no fucking club that you just buy into. They got to do stuff. Probably each one of them has incriminating evidence of them doing things on video or something that also, completely deters them from, because if they ever, there's a lot more going on here, people. You can't just be hey, since this is scripted and these guys are saying it's scripted, they have to know every fucking detail about it. And if I don't know every detail, then it's not true. It's that's not the way this works. How would I ever know the details of this? There's fucking supercomputing technology that I can only create ideas around what they're doing right now with all of the cameras and shit like that.
There's so many eyes. Wait, here's the problem. You can blame the refs. You can't blame the league. It's the refs' fault. The refs are not fucking, they're doing their job. They're taking the blame for it. And you know what the refs have? The refs have a couple things going for them.
That's part of their job. You're right.
Here's how it works.
They're
the refs have a couple things going for them. Refs,
they know their targets.
The refs are keep your mouth shut and don't say anything. You only fucking do this. If you're thinking about if you're thinking about getting involved in gambling that we're already controlling, and you're going to try to throw a game, motherfucker, you will be dead. And then here's the other thing. If these referees get paid up, they got to be paid some more than NFL players. Seriously. These mom and pop guys, these guys that look like normal fucking family members, they've got to have ties. There's got to be some sort of organization. Like I said, if I wanted a job, they would find me. Or if they needed me for something, they would call me. I ain't going to call them. The referees have the protection from anybody fucking with them.
That's right.
They don't probably have real names. They probably have completely fake everything when it comes to their address. They probably live 365
now you're
different
starting to talk.
locations a day.
Now you're
Meaning they're
talking.
moving around in hotels, they're mixing in with the public. They're like CIA outfit. You wouldn't know if they're down here in a fucking place. You could, and then if you asked them, they
CIA
won't wear
probably
anything
is the
NFL.
mob.
They won't bring up anything that
Probably
advertises them
synonymous.
involved with the NFL. Because imagine they're like, their family members probably don't even, oh, that daddy, he just does something on the field. And they don't know anything. But the other protection they have is if they decide to go against what they're doing, motherfucking, and they try to go against the league, these referees team up. They're like, fuck these guys. They ain't paying us any money. We're fucking doing all this work. Maybe they are only getting paid minimum wage. I doubt it. I'm guaranteed they're getting something. Maybe part-time guy. They rotate the refs out. And then you find out that the same crooked refs are on the Super Bowl. That happened last year. There was somebody complaining that the few of the refs that were in the KC game that were throwing fucking crooked flags were also in the Super Bowl. So they have protection all around from any type of like repercussion. If they keep their mouths shut, they're okay. But if that gets out and they start leaking shit out, and the NFL comes back and they do an investigation on that ref, find out that ref was going against them, fucking, they're talking about putting them on a polygraph. Tell us you didn't fucking give information. They'll fucking kill them.
Oh, yeah, they'll fire. Yeah.
That won't go far. They won't go past any. That's why I think they can keep you. That's what the good thing about the mob was. You get arrested, the mob always said, keep your mouth shut and say nothing.
Okay.
They don't, and they have a clause where they sign it probably says they can't ever speak of anything, just like anybody in the agencies. You're on a clause, so they're gonna tell the refs, you on this clause forever. When you're 88 and you're on your deathbed, your fucking family is dead. Right. Your generation, that's how they treat them like they treat them as an undercover, like,
because they treat it like you're betraying your family.
Military structure, CIA operatives, FBI. I mean, it's one thing all into one, and it's there for the viewing, entertainment. But motherfucker, behind it all, not because they're not. It's the mob shit that we don't see in the days. There's no more going after people that owe money to gambling because you're already putting it on a credit card on DraftKings.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna run up all the money? You have to go find a book. Maybe that book knows my book and have you killed. So there's still corruption, but it all leads to money, bro. It's all money, money, money.
Yeah.
What's best for the agency NFL?
Well, so that's all excellent. An alternative theory to these refs to keep them quiet is, what if they're just growing new clones? What if it takes like 5 to 6 months to grow a clone, and they just create the new ones each year, Kev? They don't even pay them. They don't have to pay them. It's probably pretty cheap to grow these things, and then somehow if they can like just transfer some consciousness or some programming into them, and like, oh poof, it just knows what to do, or they put a chip in its brain, Kev, or a worm in its brain or something, and then they just hook it up to the supercomputer. I mean, then it runs the Madden game. Like, there's some possibilities like that where it's like they wouldn't even have to pay them off and rely on them being quiet. And the other thing, they could be even if they were real people, what you said would trump all of that in the first place. So it's like, no matter what way we look at this, we're dealing with just
corruption in one way or another. This is corruption. It's okay because you know what the NFL uses as in the legal system? They go to court and they say we are here for entertainment. You know what? Entertainment, you can fucking not pay taxes. They're in like a different. They don't pay taxes or something, or they just had to start paying taxes. There was something where now that they're doing it for the entertainment, it protects them from whatever corruption. There's always corruption. NBA had corruption. They had refs that were doing that. But
one of the things, like, just a little factoid here, and a thing that you can implement into recognizing what patterns and tactics they use is they use things like referees, because everybody loves to blame the referee, even down to the
even at your fucking
grade,
high school.
Exactly, like
everybody's
to your
blaming the ref.
elementary level for those crazy parents.
That's why these people that view it, they're blaming the refs. They don't understand that these refs are taking the blame for something that is told.
Blame the umpire. He was given outside of the play.
Offense 34, 10 yards.
Whatever
throw the
it
flag.
was.
And then they hear, what was the offside? Offsides. And then they got to, do you think that ref saw that? No, there's 80 fucking different angles going on. You only see what you see. And if a ref throws why? How could it not be controlled?
And they can always say,
if
like,
that
well,
ref
I
came out
didn't
and
see
just
it.
started throwing flags for no reason. Well, the ref's either in on it, and he's got his own gambling scheme going on, but he doesn't need that because you got this hole. This real shit has changed since this gambling became such a
Dude.
Before all this mob fucking, a lot of the players were in debt to the mob, so they had to like fix games on their own. They didn't need anybody. The fucking coaches, no, now it's starts. It used to be from the bottom level, work its way up. Now it starts at the very fucking top and it just trickles down.
Yeah.
It's like you going. Imagine this.
They got the fix all the way in.
You're going on a mission. You got 200 guys with the all experts. The general's there. General says we're gonna do this. You're like, that's fucked. You're fucking. What are you going to argue? You wouldn't even get past the first level. You ain't gonna argue. These players have to fake act too, and they know that they got fucked over on a penalty and it costs them whatever. They're fucking throwing fists on the ground, knowing that they got picked to be the fucking puppet of the day. We're gonna fucking, you know, the little, what do they call the needles they stick in the doll? You're the fucking, we're
The
gonna
voodoo
fucking
dolls.
you think you're gonna have 200 rushing yards today, motherfucker? You're gonna be out. We're gonna need you on the bench.
How
because too
about
many
a little hamstring injury?
But that's all part of it too.
Oh, your throwing arms suddenly get tight.
Oh, the Aaron Rodgers, he gonna be back, bro. The Jets are on their bye week. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be back for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
He is gonna be back. Now watch that. The Jets win 6 in a row. Fucking go to Super Bowl, win it. That was the storyline that they were talking
Right,
about.
from one of those injuries that takes like 3 years to recover from. He's
he's
right on back.
Peel the Band-Aid off and he's back. He's
Like,
throwing.
yeah, one of those injuries that you can't even stand up after. He stands up and then calmly sits down. It's we called that right when it happened. The same with the Damar Hamlin thing. It was like, dude, he stood up the same way. Dude, we were on top of it.
So yeah. So
Looks like the Niners might put one in here. Are they almost in the red zone here? Minute 50 on the clock before the second half quarter is over.
this is just NFL, NBA, all that shit is even. NBA is worse for that, because you know what? Elbow to anywhere on the body is considered a foul, so that's 2 extra points automatically. Imagine that.
That is
You could
now.
fix an
Did
NBA game
did
so
they
easy.
change that, or is that?
I don't know what it is. It's just like football. What's holding?
Yeah.
Every fucking play, except when the flags need to be thrown
Right.
to
Yeah.
make it.
See, I always thought that's one thing that pissed me off. I won't get on that, but looks like the Niners might score a touchdown here. They got down to the 5. One of the things that bugged the fuck out of me in basketball is growing up is they always said that, yeah, hand check is a foul. If defense can't be up on you, hand checking you. It's like, so if I'm out on the point, why am I not getting foul calls with all these fucking people hand checking me? Trying to block me from going left or right. It's like, get your fucking hands off me. Why aren't they calling that? But yet, when we did it, we'd get, dude, I swear to fucking God, like even our high school games were like the refs were just fucking deciding the games because we always got shit on. And people can be like, no, that's just how it felt. But it was like, come on, man. If you saw some of the games, it was like, dude, this guy, like the other team would literally be like almost beating us up. This was when we were in like 7th grade, 8th grade, maybe even 5th and 6th grade. And our hometown ref, he just wouldn't fucking call anything. But then if we did anything, he'd be like, oh, foul, oh, foul. And I think why he did it actually was vindictive because he had a son that was older than us. And he probably wanted all of us to not be as good as his son. So I think some of it was coming from that. Even though his son was pretty good, but it was like he was just out there to kind of show off once in a while, not really like win games. He's talented, though.
It's all corruption when you got somebody involved in something.
Yeah.
Making decisions based off of hearsay or
Well, they got them stuck. They got these people stuck in the damn scarcity loop. The people that join these little fucking clubs and to get ahead in life or whatever it is, whatever the reason is. It's just there's so much shit. I try to stay on track, but there's a lot of shit that I just want to like unload on right now, like the fucking road construction around here. It's like it's fake as fuck. It's goddamn, it's like road construction theater. There's no reason that they have cones up for 5 miles when there's no construction going on for 5 miles. It's like, why are there cones here? It makes me want to pull over into the other lane and just drive
Probably
there.
nobody going to work. They got the cones up and nobody going to work. Everybody's getting paid and they ain't working.
See, you hear a lot of cheering. Like, it can't be that loud for the 49ers in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's strange.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you, Kev. Remember the crazy Asian lady fan that we pointed out last week?
For Chargers?
Did you hear any shit about her? Like, the NFL was having to do some damage control, I heard, because people picked out that they're basically saying she was a planted actor. Because they saw her at a Vikings game, we were covering. They caught her at a Vikings game too. So now the NFL had to go back and be like, "Oh, she used to be a Vikings fan, and now she's a Chargers fan." And I remember saying something like, "Man, she's going. You see the curve on that shit."
She made her fame and fortune for about 26 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And then. But you know what? If she would have been at the Chiefs game and Taylor Swift was there, they would have just been like, she's a freaked out Swifty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She couldn't blend in there. They had to put her in the Vikings game as a fan.
Right.
Of the opposing team.
And then it's the fucking Chargers? Like, what the fuck? That was weird as shit.
Strange, bro.
Yeah, I was.
Very strange.
But it just goes to show you that, and maybe they did it on purpose, and then they were like, they planted it, and maybe the whole thing was a contrived story to make us be like, look, people are paying attention to catching shit. But
the thing,
maybe it was all.
She was an extra happy person, meaning that whether it was good or bad for the team, she was just cheering.
Yeah.
You know, those type of people are the people that take the over in the game. Because if you take the over in a football game, you want scores. You don't care if the fucking 49ers are up 35
Doesn't matter. Let's put some points on the board, boys.
That's right. A second half to go and nothing happens.
Go Vikings. I'm doing the Skol chant at the beginning.
That's the only reason why you see somebody that would, especially if they're if they have the over.
No. God, that's too funny.
I remember like at Super Bowl parties, people would just have the over, but you're like, there's a Patriots versus somebody, and it's like, man, stop cheering. We don't fucking need another touchdown. He's like, oh shit, I got the over, and it like everybody's pissed. That's the problem with gambling. When you're gambling and you go to fucking barbecues and shit, and
it's
everybody talking about how.
It's so funny too, Kev. Like they all think like if you get a bad attitude, you're gonna jinx the outcome or something that.
You say that
it's
word
like,
jinx
dude,
again.
it's fucking fixed. It doesn't matter.
They're like, you can fucking leave the party. And they're like, dude, it's like the fucking first play of the game. They're like, motherfucker, we're here. Like, we got 59 more minutes. So we don't need you interfering with the crowds.
Yeah.
I need them on my side.
Right.
I'm the boss. You're just the guy that fucking shows up to work. Now you're fucking criticizing both ways. Now you gotta kiss ass the boss and the employees all there at the game watching because you cheered out of fucking disrespect because you're not on their side. That's the problem with sports. People fucking take it so serious.
Yeah, very, very tribalistic.
Very cool.
Yep, you're not on my side. You want my team to lose? What? You're attacking my faith? That's my Jesus. It's like, it's the same thing, man. Like, oh, did I take your Jesus from you? Like, that is exactly what this is. Sometimes it's even worse. Like, shit, you can take their Jesus away, but not their fucking football team.
Oh, fuck no. You can't.
Whatever it is, I mean, there's probably a lot. I wonder how many.
Now, if you're a diehard fucking Jacksonville Jaguars fan, and Sunday morning church is at 9:30 for the Jaguar, because 9:30 at 10:30 you can be done by church by noon. But if they're playing in England, you got to motherfucking watch a game at 8 in the morning. Fucking church cancel. That's NFL prioritizes fucking church. NFL's bigger than Jesus, dude. That's how bad it is.
That's what I'm starting. Well, that's the thing that
They're allowed praying for Jesus in NFL games. I fucking see it and I've heard it.
We've done a Big Brain University lesson that covered the belief thing, and we made sure to mention it doesn't fucking matter what you believe in. They do not care. Overall, they just need you to believe in something. So they create the illusion that everybody cares about everything.
Everything.
And
I've seen people just
it's really just buckets.
Yelling.
Like beliefs are just buckets.
And
then they can just they can just pick them. They can be like, shake that bucket of crabs. There you go.
God,
and then while they're shaking that one, they know how to, they're like, okay, now we're going to use the Swifty bucket and shake it here. And they know it's connected. You know, we could draw a goddamn picture, but it would be one of those big old conspiracy webs where it's like, it's got every industry and then like the times of the year. I mean, honestly, it's just that intricate. Not because it's super difficult, but because they've thought it out to be a full year cycle. So it just starts over. Why have a calendar that continues and keeps going on and on and on like a progressive 1, 2, 3, 4 into infinity? Because you need something to repeat. You need to keep the scarcity loop going. The sugar drip. Is he
Gambling,
down? Is he injured?
A lot of gambling.
Injured. Is he injured? Okay, so the Niners scored a touchdown. We got 7-10. 16 seconds left before the second half. Are we going to take a break on the half this time?
Yeah, Michelle.
Apologies for anybody who's been listening lately and has noticed that sometime on the two of them that it just cut off when we didn't like sign off or anything. Thankfully, it cut off in a very good spot.
You know sayonara. You know sayonara.
You know sayonara.
I remember that. Hey, Kevin-san. Shelby said, Kevin-san, you know. Shelby said, you know, dude. And I'm like, what?
Oh my God.
What a
Touchdown
quick
Vikings.
That'll get people half there at the stadium.
Yeah, wow.
Happy. They'll start buying beers for everybody
Yep.
because they're happy.
Yep.
But if it was the reverse, they'd be leaving the game.
That's right. That's right.
Serious, bro. I've seen fucking at stadiums. They fucking half of it's gone.
This is interesting. I'll have to watch this again. It was another situation where they were like both holding on to the ball, and the guy just kind of let go and then just let him run away.
Just let him go.
Like, watch this. He doesn't go to like knock the ball out. He just goes to catch it. Oh no! Here you go.
Just gave it to him.
Like all he had to do was knock it away, and then the quarter was over. The quarter was over. Extra
Vikings
point
got
is
cur-
no
Dude,
good.
that is gonna fuck the Vikings so bad. I'm telling you, any Vikings fan that knows
Something's up there.
Where there's one missed field goal.
What
there's
did we
fucking
just
4.
watch? Wait, that's a 20. Okay, it's a score of
Where
23.
There's one missed field goal.
All
There's
right.
2, 3, 4 more to go.
Dude, what just happened?
Vikings got cursed.
Wow, this is weird. What the hell just happened?
It's strange how they didn't just make that field goal. That's
Like,
gonna
why did
fuck
he
them.
even try to catch it here? Why wouldn't he just knock it away? Like,
Oh, good for the Vikings.
good for the Vikings. That's so weird. Well, you don't see that coming in the script.
No.
But like you said, man, what does it do? Vikings haven't won at home. They're giving
know why
they're
they
giving
can-
the fans every reason to stay right now.
But the other thing is, if that wasn't in the script,
Buy a bunch of
here's the problem.
beers.
They set aside.
Sugar Drip Society.
You know what they probably do?
That's
is
right, man. That's probably because we were just talking about it. That's probably what the message is there. Is that's the reason the script they'll drop them another touchdown, get everybody to go buy a beer. It's a pretty new stadium,
what
isn't
else
it?
they can do, if that's not in the script, is they got 14 points they can mess with. They can make the Niners score 14 after the first half.
That's
They
right.
can manipulate this entire fucking thing based on, and the players have to just agree, like, hey guys, we're up, but for our fourth quarter, we're fucking dead. Like, they know, like, we ain't gonna win in fourth quarter, so we just gotta keep this attitude, positiveness up.
Oh, it was the same two guys, Kev, that did the thing earlier. Of course. It was the same two guys. They just switched the role reversal. Wow. What a script.
I don't know. That was
What
a
a
pretty ballsy play.
script. Oh my
There it
God.
is, 16-23 at half. Halfway to the over-under.
Dude.
That's fucking right, the number they needed. That's the number that they want, bro.
Incredible.
They don't want 50
Incredible.
points scored.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't want 3 points scored. They want half.
Like I was saying, so the battery kept dying in the transceiver, but I figured that out, everybody. Now it's just constantly charging. So we should be all good to record. Now it's just the batteries in the actual microphones. Those should last at least 4 hours, is what I'm thinking. But if we take a break, I figured out that I can pop them back in the charger too during the break, and they'll charge in there, and then we can just turn them back on, and it won't mess up with the audio recording. Wow. Well, interesting first half. 7-16 Vikings. Yep. Gosh, it's like, and they know how people are going to respond too. They're just going to be like, yes, go. And they know exactly all those actions and emotions are coming at this certain time because this is going to happen. Like, can you imagine being able to
I don't know how
to
they
start
pull it off.
synchronizing drumming up a whole bunch of energy at a certain time?
You have to practice and practice. It's like WWE. How do they jump off the fucking top ropes, do a triple backflip, and not break a fucking head? They practice and practice and practice.
Yeah.
Why do you think that the teams that go in, man, the whole goddamn thing is coaxed. Imagine
That's
if
right.
you, like everything, they played the same game one way or another.
Yeah.
We need a fucking 42-41 score, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We need to see what we're gonna do. What do we need to do to score
That
60
was-
points? How do we gotta score under 30? Guys, we gotta know what's going on.
That was the fucking script, man. Everything that this society knows is wrong. And until a person comes to that realization and like, hey, that's probably true and I need to relearn everything.
Why do you think the movies, they have to, the script sounds
right,
good,
man.
but motherfucking, it ain't gonna be perfect, but goddamn, it's gonna look good.
It's going to look real
We're going to
good.
do a little tweaks here and there, but it's going to be on the script, meaning here's the fucking what we need. We need a 45 to 50 point ending. We don't give a fuck if it's 46, 47, 48, 49. The Super Bowl time, we needed exactly 52 points. The over-under is 52 and a half. The fucking public, Chiefs and the Niners, motherfucking expecting 70 points in that game. Motherfucker, we needed it. You know how much money is on just a Super Bowl? On that side, that's one fucking bet. We're talking hundreds of millions. Put it all together, you fucking formulate it, and you have a license to print money from the fucking sucking public that decides, hey, it's
Every
a good idea. I'm gonna gamble
dang
on
year
fucking
too.
Sports betting.
Then repeat that goddamn calendar, baby. Bring it back
Repeat it.
next year.
Hit that 17 parlay. Have
That's
a fucking
right,
story
man.
for
That's
everybody.
right. What did they do? What did they fucking do? They even call them seasons, Kev. Like, like they can't be like some other word. No, they try to use like a nature word for it. So now the football seasons are the reason for the, your behavior and shit instead of like the change of the weather, the actual season. Think about that shit too. That's just another level of subversion and spellcraft in the world here.
Yeah, this NFL is something else, man. It's been around for so long, and it's the most watched sport, man. It's strange. People get so sucked into it.
Probably
like the
because
slot
the
machine.
rules are like
It's like a slot machine.
easy enough to learn. So like, the young ladies that are settling in with their guy, they end up watching football with them, or they don't.
This
but then
motherfucking guy picked the
they
Chiefs
can
at
kind of learn the
week
rules.
6 last year. I could tell you that story next time or later. Chris Berman. I remember that shit. You don't think he knows a few things? Yeah, he predicted the Chiefs last year, like week 6. I was like, he probably picking Niners this year. Anyway, he's an old timer, been around for fucking ever. Yeah, this is an upset. I did not have that game on the sheet. I would have picked the Bills and would have lost.
Huh.
Show Taylor.
Should we
You can
take a little
pause it,
break
yeah.
here, or you want to keep rolling?
Pause it.
All right, we're going to pause it, everybody, for a moment. We'll be right back. All right, we back. Third quarter started. That seemed like a quick half already. Like, we're already going here. I mean, we just, I don't know, had a little snack, bathroom break, sat down.
16
and
to
they're already
7.
back here. I've been so thirsty today. Just random topic here. When I get home, I might mix a drink and just chug it. Straight vodka, of course. The only real hydrating liquid on the planet. Oh, that's quarterback contact out of bounds. Roughing the quarterback. If that was Tom Brady, that guy would have been, they'd have thrown him out of the game.
Oh, he'd have been suspended indefinitely.
Number 94, you wouldn't have played football again. That'd have been the end of your career, dude. You ever even touch Tom Brady's jersey like that again, dude, you're done.
Oh, you're dead.
That looks like the coach from the fake high school football movie thing.
Oh, yeah. What's he suspect of? It's a Brock Purdy, man. I think he's the God, he was a backup for a while. Now he's in the spotlight. All right, motherfucker, want to play that game? Let's just we'll check this if it ain't on this one. Yeah, we've got to hear what Peyton has to say.
Yeah.
Got to see what Peyton and Eli. You can't go wrong with them.
They're a little more lively to listen to. I can tell you that much.
Man, if I hooked them up to a polygraph test, lie detector, and I said, "Is the NFL rigged?" and they said no, they'd fail.
That thing would be going.
They couldn't control it. They'd be like,
the answer, dude.
mm-hmm.
Jeez.
How much money do you have to pay people to keep quiet? That's the question. For real, think about that. How the fuck do you keep your mouth shut, or without giving away the information?
As much as they ask for.
I'm thinking about that. Like, what would it take to?
It's kind of probably something that money can't buy.
Gotta be something.
Is what I'm guessing. And it's probably a trick. Like, if they sell this.
The only way is you got like really bad people that are doing time on the fucking field. Referees, like there's something going on that.
Look at that guy.
Don't know. Always had me thinking like is everybody getting paid a bunch of fucking money? Is it? I don't know, man. It's strange though.
I know. How it's all actually working, it's got to be a conglomeration of a lot of different things.
Like no, not one person ever would say. Like, how do you keep an organization? Like I said, it's almost like they're signing away like a contract. Like classics, like you can't give it away.
Right.
Like if you fucking do it, you're gonna ruin the league. It'd be like ruining the country, ruining an operation, ruining something because some asshole decided, hey, fuck this, I'm gonna tell the world. Because they're gonna pay me $10 million to tell this truth. You know how much the truth would be worth? In all aspects of life. Especially as football. So they gotta have some sort of like, got to. There's no other way around it, bro.
So maybe, good God. Why? Yeah, it's like he's gonna throw the ball, but then he's like, no, I should turn around and get sacked instead. Like, what the hell is going on?
It's like a WWE move.
I know, right? Wow.
He's like jumping off the top
Harry's
rope,
ragdoll
catching him
there,
right.
Yeah.
That was Tom Brady.
I mean, his knee is down too before he even lets go of the ball. So I would call this like a throw.
Yeah, what a strange.
Certainly not a fumble. Okay, so he's down by contact. That's kind of what I thought. It doesn't matter. Like it's 3rd and 25, so it doesn't matter. You know, they can give it the ball to Minnesota. They could have given it to him now, or they could call him down. It's 3rd and 25, and they can give it to him the next play, or even the next play after that. It just kind of depends whether they want the over, whether they want the under, what they want the score to be.
Or when do they want the score? Because they need 7 points to score, and if it doesn't work that way, they got to get to 14 somehow.
That's right.
It's like that right there. That could have influenced like something. Now they got to be like, all right, we need to make up for it on more flags.
So 3rd and 25, and he throws a pass
But
that
then they ain't
would
going
went
because it's
fucking
real. They're
5
going to
yards.
kick it off anyways.
Yeah.
But if that was fucking if that was 3rd and 4,
Throw it away.
oh, they would have
This is
3rd and 4. They would have thrown flags.
this is so scripted. It's just
Holding.
ridiculous.
Defense number 26, 10-yard penalty. Like what the fuck?
Like, well, yeah, why would he even be passing to that guy?
Fear. I only could say fear.
It's
See, they just rewrote the whole thing. They put them back down to where they were.
I don't know what to think about this game so far, Kev, other than this is just, it's like a slow script. Like a slow drip script. They won't just turn it on and let like both teams just fucking score some lights out.
This is the 6th Monday where it's a buzzkill game.
Yep.
I thought there'd be more
Monday has
excitement,
been
but
all
these,
the unders.
I don't know.
Yep.
It's strange how Monday nights don't. They used to be the most enticing games. Now it's damn near Thursday night games, and those aren't even the best.
I wonder what viewership is on Monday night games right now. Like,
Oh,
it's got
if
to be
it,
down from what it used
bro,
to be.
if it was,
'Cause
if
Monday night games used to be the biggest, like
big time.
Monday night football. Are you ready for some football?
Yeah, it was
Are you
like,
ready for
but now it's
party?
Sunday. Now Sunday night football is the big. Everybody's focused on that.
Yep.
Because who doesn't like to see Miss
Yep. Go to
Hollywood,
church in
Miss
the morning,
Miss Hollywood,
become a tribal
she then
center.
tells everybody waiting all day for Sunday night. Not Kelly Clarkson,
Go to my
Carrie Underwood.
That's so bad. Go to church so I pray for my football team to win. Just let my fantasy team do good this week. I promise I'll do good. I'll donate with the money.
While they swear throughout the entire game, where the kids are there and it's okay though.
Or they're at the poker tonight.
Football gets a pass. Football gets a pass.
It's crazy. This crazy ass world. Fuck these commercials. Come on.
You know what I'd like to see the NFL do? Imagine this scenario, like they could do this. Let's say we got a different type of schedule where they can pick what teams play next based off of like Sunday night. So the games are over Sunday. They rewrite the games for next week. So imagine if they said next week we're going to have the Ravens at the Chiefs Monday Night Football, but they aren't going to play each other rest of the season. They just in the middle of the season, they're like, would you love to see that matchup? Imagine the Ravens at the Chiefs. They're like, okay, week 10, it's going to be Ravens at the Chiefs. The
Like
8-1 Ravens,
ad hoc
8-1 just make up a top. Take the top two teams and put it in the middle of the football season, and these two teams go head to head because I want to motherfucking see the 9-1 versus 9-1, not the 9-1 play the 2-8.
Cool.
I wish they would then they
Do
would
something like
and
that.
they would put the lower
Mid-season,
like do it almost like a bracket type formula, some sort of different.
Yeah, do mid-season.
Because who doesn't
fucking
want to
ratings
see that in the
matchups,
middle of the
'cause
season?
Like it would be, you would bracket style, you would match it up just like a mini playoff. So
Yeah.
if it was
Like
if
there
this
would be
was first round of playoffs
eight
right
teams
now,
that
this
don't
is
know where
really
they're going to
good.
play next week.
Yeah.
Or then it gets down to even if they did just took two teams out of there and like, okay,
Right.
we got these open slots because we don't. That's what we need.
That'd be awesome.
Not
because
Christmas
then it gives you
Day.
a little taste of like
Not Christmas,
what the
not
Super Bowl
Thanksgiving.
could be.
Just
It'd
something
be like,
little.
here are the top two teams in the fucking league, or the top four
Fuck
teams
yeah,
in the league.
man.
They-
Let 'em fucking
basically you have
fight.
two mini Super Bowls
Yep.
then, because you have what?
I would love to see
four
some
divisions,
format.
So you'd have that. Yeah, that'd be cool as shit. That's a great idea.
Like, what
But
they-
no, they'll never fucking do that because it's not about.
Because
really
everything's
bringing
planned
in
out. Everything's planned out. I
genuine
get it.
interest.
I get it. Everything's
Yeah.
planned out.
And they have to milk a certain amount of discomfort. Like they don't ever want people to just be like happy with something. They're doing this in the video game. Like I'm seeing it very prominent in the video game place right now. Is that they make these games and they just they could make it fun and fair for everybody, but they don't. And they do it on purpose. So they unbalance their own games to make them not fun or not as fun as they could be, just so they get to generate a little bit of rage. They get a milk and farm dis-ease and comfort and discomfort and being pissed off, right? It's like all of this is like to milk your emotions and harvest the energy somehow. I was gonna make the comment earlier when you were to somebody that like doesn't think that any of this is scripted. It's like, how do you maybe like open that conversation up to them? And it's like, maybe go watch a WWE match and just play the role of being invested, like of who the outcome is going to be, and see how many times during the match you get twisted around. And then go watch an NFL match and watch the same thing is going to happen, just in a different little bit of it, it's in a little bit different fashion, but the same elements are still going to be there.
I'm pretty sure the WWE commissioner at one time haunted his hands in NFL.
Oh yeah.
I mean, billionaires can fucking. Maybe he has his hand. Maybe he has his hands in this whole industry. Nobody knows. Maybe he has a secret partnership where but nobody, like only select people know, because if that fucking word got out, motherfucker, could you imagine? They find out that the guy owns 45% of the NFL, but he can't own everything, but has say in things. Like, get the fucking revenue money and let's do these matchups. And
Yeah.
dude, imagine that. Who's to say it's not happening? Don't get it, man. The WWE is bigger than the NFL. That's what's fucking bananas. It's a multi-bazillion dollar. NFL's big, obviously, but just your ticket sales, WWE outmatches NFL.
God, it's so fucked up.
There's just a level of toughness that it takes to get to the level that I think I'm a tough player until, you play these D1 athletes. Yeah, turn it around. I got a photo that you posted to Instagram of your high school football quarterbacking days with so much.
Yes, sir.
I cannot notice you use the questionable hashtag Clayton Manning. Does that nickname that stick?
Yeah. Huh.
I like that. It did stick because I was really known for breaking the playoff and not listening to
Who's this Clay Thompson?
For the Golden State Warriors. NBA starts tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Of course, he's got to be involved in it.
trying to go deep. I mean, one of the old average baseball, chick stick, long ball. So I was really just shooting for the stars back my freshman year. And man, it was fun. And it's funny actually, my center on that team is a huge Giants fan. He wanted me to give you some love.
You think he's even there right now, or is that like a hologram picture? I wouldn't.
I think it's some AI shit they're
that.
experimenting with.
Yeah.
I think it's complete AI shit that
Right. I think.
they're getting ready to like pull some shit where nobody's there
Right.
in the end, and then we just
Because
sit
it's
here and be like,
cheaper.
okay,
Why
this
would they
fucking.
waste all the resources when they don't have to.
And these commentators, they all know what to say.
And another flag, like, yo, see,
Fucking
throw the flag, milk this again, like,
Totally
oh my god. This fucking sport, Kev, I don't know how people sit and watch it and like actually enjoy the game.
Man, when I walk into a casino and I fucking gamble, some people love that. I fucking feel ill and I feel terrible and I feel like a loser. Like I'm fucking feel miserable at a casino. That's why all I do is get boozed up at a casino. I don't fuck gamble. I play poker. I'll fucking do that. But some of these people that get a fucking thrill off of this shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Who gets a thrill of man? We been down this rabbit hole before, and it's just that's how our culture. It's no different in soccer. That's another one, and that's bigger than the NFL. That's bigger than. There's 3 billion people watch World Cup. Motherfucking 300 million watch the Super Bowl. You don't think the World Cup's rigged? Those soccer players. That's 90 minutes on a field spread out all over the place. Talk about fucking injuries and then like making shit happen on a soccer field.
Yeah.
That's billions of dollars. We do hundreds of millions in NFL, but soccer's are hundreds of billions.
Dude, and then these pile-ups. Like, look at these pile-ups are fucking retarded. Like, they're all laying there. They're all down, and then somehow they'll wiggle around.
Oh, look at him just leaping like over the turnbuckle. He leaped over the ropes there.
Right.
Fuck, that's a WWE, and he was gonna do a suplex on his ass and tag him down.
Yes, dude.
Flag. He jumped the fuck right over him.
Mush.
Vikings can't.
Like, it's just bizarre to watch this. Like, so bizarre.
Do you think the Vikings back in the day would allowed that? No. We're talking like 300.
No, they would have thrown.
Time frame.
They would have tossed it up to Chris Carter in the end zone, like or Randy Moss. They would have been like, dude, just jump.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have done this like, let's fucking rugby mush. And look, like none of them even moved forward. It's like, where did you guys think you were gonna go there? Like your whole team just didn't even move.
They probably know that they got to keep it to a field goal.
Yeah, like this part is so
19 to
scripted
7
in here. Like, wow.
19-7, you can manipulate so quickly, but if you get it up a little bit more, like 12 points, now you
And
really
this
got to
fucking, the way, like the whole body language of the coach, like the body language, looking, like their eyes, they're not very good liars through their eyes. Their eyes always fucking tell, and their body language is never 100%.
Why do you think poker players wear sunglasses?
Right. That is why, because if you cannot, I think it's the intelligence level thing, but
People can't hold
You can
back
just
tears.
tell. You can tell he's not like, he just knows.
Knows,
He's
yeah.
just acting. He's over there acting.
He just knows it's going to be a field goal.
Yeah, I'm just acting like I'm coaching. And then they're,
Like,
you know,
guys, we need you to do the exact same play as 2 plays ago, get worse.
it can't be that
Actually,
hard
we
to
need
fucking.
we need a fumble here so we can push the field goal back 25 yards.
That's right.
Because we can't seem to make 30 yards. We need to try from 25. No flag, field goal.
Right, yeah, no flag, field goal. Like,
If it was 7-16, they would probably go for it.
and he just gunned it too. Like, there was nobody around that guy. He could have just thrown it easy to him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they want the Vikings to win this one yet, but
They sure don't want San Fran to cover.
dude, yeah, they sure don't want San Fran to cover.
Or they would be the reverse right now. It'd be 16-7 opposite.
Right.
See how all that can just be put together and
That's very interesting. I still
so
think San
strange.
Fran is going to
you
win,
made me they
though.
ran it 3 times, not one pass?
So there's so
How
much
is that
time
possible?
left.
I think you should have to pass it after 2 tries. Like, it's league requirement. You have to pass it on the third down, motherfuckers. You get it 2 times, you ain't getting a third.
Right, or there's like a penalty against you.
I would just love to see so many changes to like the just little things like I don't know. Why does baseball get fucking 45 playoff games before somebody goes to a championship? That's a lot of games.
Playoff.
Why does
games.
NBA
Jeez.
why does NBA have 6 or 58 games during the playoffs to decide a champion?
Right.
NFL
best of
does it in
7.
fucking
Oh
so
my
quick.
God.
It's like there's no NCAA. Football doesn't do it. They do brackets in NCAA, the bowls and all that, but football's man. I'd love to see some sort of no more preseason. I don't know. I got to be something.
Yeah, what is that preseason shit anyway? You guys can fucking preseason on your own goddamn
is important
time.
because you got to be prepared when you get on the field. You got to be okay, guys. We're playing in week 4.
Yeah.
We got 2 ways. They got to fucking talk. You know, like they got to plan. Like college coaches. Like 4 weeks from now, we got Auburn. We got to focus on that, knowing that these 3 games they're just gonna fucking. And it's, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't see something changing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, baseball changed so many rules that made it interesting. Pitch clock. I'm not saying that there's. I don't know. I don't like the fact that if there's 2 minutes left, the game's over by kneeling down. Do you think we could do some sort of, I don't know, like soccer does? They do a race to 5 in a tie. You like kick fucking field goals from the 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, race to 5. No more of this fucking overtime. Fucking settle it. Get it over with. Like
Yeah,
soccer does.
do
Hockey
something.
does the same thing. They do it and then they do it with shootouts.
Yeah.
In football, you give teams 2 chances and then it's a different way. One can get a field goal and the other team got a score. Like
Yeah, you got to do something.
Not that overtime happens all the time, but to even
You got to do something to decide the tie. There's no reason to end the game with a tie.
I hate
Like, that's just a poorly designed game then.
Yeah, that happens every season. There's at least 2 to 3 games. I'm surprised we haven't had one yet, but
Like this, it's not chess where it's like it's a draw. You know, this is a fucking tie.
and a tie is really bad for the. I mean, I don't know. It's always strange about that too. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't see the Chiefs or Niners having a tie game at all in any of their series. You know, oh, the Browns versus the Bears. They're both fucking 3-9. Hey, let's throw a tie just to fucking throw a tie in for the year. Like stupid shit.
Yeah,
No,
why
you
not?
don't.
Right,
Zero.
right. If it doesn't really affect the score, the outcomes, then why not?
And I don't see a tie being good for sports, for the gambling aspect either.
Jeez, now they're showing like little kids basketball, huh? Oh, and the Niners go deep.
Fucking flag.
Flag on the play.
Flag.
Yep.
Every play is flag.
What's this one
Every
gonna be?
fucking play is holding. Every play is pass interference. I mean, what in the world? He could go all the touchdown Niners. See how quick that is? At 32 points.
Yeah, just like that, Niners 14-19. I doubt they're gonna go for 2, but didn't you just have that feeling from how the Vikings tried to finish that last drive that this was gonna happen?
You can already see the crowd starting to pack up their shit. They're like, yep. They got
good
that,
run,
right,
boys.
right on,
we knew this was coming, though.
They got that. They got a Lyft driver on standby.
Dude.
Like, hey, 15 minutes. It could be 5. It could be 10. I don't know. I got to be out. And then next thing you know, they're fucking 2 minutes, another touchdown. It's over.
I'm finna go 0-3 tonight, Kev. Like, this is unheard of.
Well, welcome to the fucking world of not knowing, the unknown. Yep. No Biff Almanac here.
If that's the way it goes, then the lesson is... Don't go with your bias.
Means you have to feel very uncomfortable with your picks. If you feel comfortable and you're okay with it, no, the pick's wrong. That's how it works.
Maybe
you got to second and third guess yourself.
Maybe I didn't. I was hanging upside down when I found the over/under picks, so maybe I just didn't consider that part of it.
I don't know, man. I've seen no points scored in the fourth quarter. I've seen 45 points scored in the fourth quarter. It's just whatever they want to do. Whenever they want this fucking game over, they going to make it happen.
Yeah, that's
They wanted
true.
21 point blowout, so everybody's gone. I don't know. You'd be surprised a cleanup crew at a football stadium how much if the game's pretty much over halfway through the fourth, it saves them motherfuckers an hour because they're already cleaning out sections.
Yeah.
Man.
I bet if they lose too, it's worse because people just throw shit on the fucking ground. They're like, God damn, spilled beer everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Have a few drinks and drive home, they say.
Have a few drinks, drive home. That's right. There's nothing on the back roads but cows. Having any drinks and then driving, there is no reason that you should ever do that. It's like, okay, well then how come every fucking commercial, every this, every that, is all pointing all these people to consume alcohol at these events and then drive home? I was like, we could probably do a statistic because there's supercomputers and cameras all over the place.
And I don't
The percentage of people that drank at the stadium and then drove is probably very high.
Depend, because you got a lot of out-of-towners, but do locals drive to the game? Like, who the fuck drives to the football game? You think about that. Parking alone, 45, I don't know, maybe $60 in some of them parking.
It's true. It's probably dependent. It's probably
I think the only people that
dependent.
really probably drive to the game would be families, maybe. Like, the people that drink there, I see them taking the tram, but I see them taking a tram or something to get to the game. But their car is parked at a fucking bar. So it's like, when they get off the game, they're going to fucking go fucking, and that's on a Sunday. and a Monday and a Thursday. College football Friday. Oh my God, it's 8 days a week.
I think that rule like kind of went away too. Like you used to not be able to buy alcohol on Sunday, and now I'm pretty sure you can buy it wherever the fuck you want.
Even on Christmas, there was certain you couldn't buy booze, but you could buy a beer, or you could. Dry counties in East
There are
Coast.
still some dry counties around. I was surprised to find that out. I was like, "Why are you fucking kidding me? Really?"
Last time I found a dry county, it was in Baltimore.
I think last time I saw it was in Arizona.
I believe it.
Can't remember where it was.
But alcohol gets that pass in the sports, and it kills more people than any fucking other drug.
Oh yeah.
Not the accidental. Fucking alcohol is not. That's not even the class. That's just it kills more people. Tobacco doesn't
Almost
kill that
straight
many
up.
people in a year. Alcohol's so advertised. It gets a free pass.
Oh yeah, straight up encouraged in high school. All
If you-
these little
you
high
won't
school
even see a
party
vape,
movies.
Anything vape related, no anything smoking related in a stadium. But yet alcohol gets a pass. It's fucking strange how our culture is, bro. So strange.
This fucking pitcher just hits the guy, and now he's standing there like, "Hey, throw me the ball back. Just throw me the ball."
Fuck that, man. I don't care. Fucking 40-mile-an-hour fastball or a ton. Those fucking guys are throwing 97. Man.
Dude, that hit him like right in the lower rib or
Fuck
mid
that,
rib.
man. Any other person is going to be. Fuck that.
I would just wear I would be wearing something on my elbow, so if
wearing
a
bulletproof
ball came
something.
in there,
You're wearing
like
bulletproof.
I would be able to just block it.
block
Like
it.
I would have the one right here blocking my chin,
Dude, that's not that ball coming so fast. The reaction time is so
and
tough.
then probably blocking
And when they're not expecting to get hit,
my
it's not
ankle and
UFC
my
fighting
knee as
either.
well too. Is probably what I'd have too.
Dude,
I
that
don't
could
know,
kill
maybe a
a
hit
that
guard?
would kill a normal person.
Dude, fuck yeah, that breast. Oh man,
You're on the
fuck
ground. You are not walking for months. You're in the hospital. Mm-hmm. I don't know how these guys.
Like
maybe they have
life-changing
padding,
injuries.
but
Shit.
I don't care how much padding. 97 mile an hour.
Like, I still have irritation in my thumb from breaking it when I was really young from catching a fucking ball. Some guy hit it way up high in the sky, and I was just like, oh, I can catch it. I didn't catch it in the web. I caught it kind of right on my hand and just kind of popped my thumb a little bit. So, but I can still kind of feel it. I gotta stretch it out more. It actually causes a little bit of pain once and now and then. And maybe I'm wrong that that's the actual issue, but I think that it has something to do with it. We'll see. It could be kind of connected to the compression in my back too, but I think it's just
You got to go to Japan and get some acupuncture.
yeah.
They would figure that out in a second. That's one thing I'll give the agents a credit. You have a problem on your body, they'll fucking do
They
something.
fix it.
I don't care if what it is. They come out with some sort of potion, some sort of needle.
Yeah.
I had acupuncture first time, and I had pain. In
Oil
I got off a plane, and my body was so fucked up on my back. And I was
fuck,
like,
that
I need to
hurt.
get fucking, and I didn't want to fucking go to a swanky soapy because I wanted a real massage, I wanted a normal fucking,
Yeah, not
get me out of
just
this pain because a happy ending ain't going to fix this shit.
Right.
So I went in this acupuncture place. The guy was like $40 US, put me down. He stuck some needles in my back, a couple in my elbow, and he's like, 10 minutes, you'll be okay. No shit. I had a little residual, but sure shit, dude. Like the pain went away. No nothing. And I was like, holy shit, acupuncture. He's like, yeah.
Interesting.
I always thought it was fucking facade until I actually experienced. I was like, wow. He put one needle in one area and like the pain just like it was just
Shit.
dissipated. I was like, I fucking fell in love with that acupuncture.
Dude actually knew what he was doing.
That's Asia culture, man. Their health and it's very, very. That's why they live to be 100 plus.
That would be nice.
Well, I live to be
Just
100.
wealth and just to have
Oh, that
The luxury
medical
of
care?
going somewhere like a chiropractor that's gonna fucking help you instead of just like try to, well, let's get you in on a 30 treatment plan here and
No.
each fucking time. It's like,
They
no, can
get
you
you.
just like actually help me feel better?
Yeah, I don't know how it's so different. I guess because we have so many different options that you got to fucking needle through the haystack to find the one. So you might
Yeah.
have to go through 20. I just had that good experience over in even in Thailand. You like any pain, they fucking figure it out. No speaking English, and they fucking know. You just point, and you're like, okay.
Well, that's how it should be.
Oh.
Yeah, you should be like, hey, it hurts here. Oh, okay. And they
that's
should be
it.
able to figure out why. Well, check this and that. Do.
Yeah. Our culture is we got to go through step by step by step. Pills, step by step. We need to get surgery, step by step. We need to
That's right,
fucking,
man.
we don't know what's wrong with you.
First, you need an initial doctor's visit. It'll cost you $500. Second, you're gonna need, that'll just be taking your blood pressure and weighing you, measuring how tall you are, dumb
See,
shit
that's
like
a difference of like our culture. We have to go to an emergency room, and it might be 6 hours.
that. Right.
We don't know.
It's just
But over in
ridiculous.
Asia, it's like you can go pay like $40 to get seen by a doctor. And they fucking Thailand, it's like $10. They clinic, and you're like, they have a translator. And what's wrong with you? I have this. Okay, and they fucking, you're out the door. It costs you maybe $50 US to get seen, and not surgery, but I mean something that would cost you an ER visit here probably $6,000.
Yeah.
If maybe they have to do tests on you. I don't know, but
Shit.
the healthcare over there is so.
Sounds more helpful.
There's so many more doctors than it's so much different than our America. So
Like, shoot, man, I couldn't even get like food at the hospital when I was there. I was like, yo, I haven't been able to eat for a while, like because my stomach's been messed up. And they're like, okay, well, let's get an IV going, pump some drugs into you.
You need to get a CT scan,
and then we're
an
gonna need to get a
MRI.
CT scan, an MRI. Yep, it's like, what? How about we just like. Okay, they gave me some shit that kind of like numbed my stomach. It was like a Pepto-Bismol type of just a little shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, that made it so I can't feel the hunger right now. Let's start pumping some food in here and take care of the issue. Well, no, they just leave me sit there until it wears off and starts hurting again. And I'm like, well, the fuck? Can I get some fucking food up in here? And then they're like, can I get some more of that stuff? Because, geez, I don't go down that road again, but...
And then you stay over in like a hospital
Jeez.
over in wherever. They
ridiculous.
take care of you. Like you get whatever the fuck you want. It's strange. It's so strange how healthcare is so different.
Yeah, like it's not healthcare here at all.
I don't know. It's strange. Like it's almost you gotta go through to find the right one. So many available. And then you gotta pay the money. And it's like, come on, like holy shit. On the bill it says $650, hour and a half doctor visit. The motherfucking doctor was there for 10 seconds and he checked and said, okay, we need to get him some more fluids and then we'll get him out of here. That's a fucking $655 motherfucking hour and a half. It's what their time allotted for that appointment.
Yeah.
But they fucking, whether it's 10 seconds or fucking an hour and a half, fucking $655. Isn't that fucked up? That's just the beginning. That's not even, if you got government, you got to get an MRI, CT scan.
Right.
I understand why our culture is so fucked with this medical and education. We have two fucking big problems. People who can't afford any of it. So.
Well, when you say you got to find the right one, it's like, fuck, how do
How
I
much
find
you
the
got to
right
spend
one?
$100,000? It's like a lawyer. You got
Yeah.
got to go through all this different.
They're all going to tell me they're the right one, and how many excuses how many times do I go back to them? Because what those guys do is they know that it takes a little while for the toxicity levels to rise again after you've gotten sick. It's like they're doing with my sister. They know she's going to get sick again. I can look in her car and see what she's eating and tell you why she's getting sick every now and again. It's like, it's no fucking mystery. They know that she's going to get sick again. It's just a matter of time. And when she comes back, they'll give her another fucking story and try to sell her on another pill. And if it doesn't work, they know she's going to get sick again. It's that scarcity loop. That's all they do.
Somebody that I know, when he went in he was having problems with the stomach, just like you were saying. Just he had to go get seen.
So good.
The nurse says, "Okay, do you drink?" And he goes, "Yeah." She's like, well, how many drinks? He's like, do you want me to tell you the absolute honest truth? She's like, yes, it would. You need to tell us the truth because we need to know what's causing this. He goes, I drink 50 beers a day. This is what he told her for the last 6 months. He said, I drink 50 beers a day for 6 straight months. She goes, oh, that's not good. She's like, we got to get blood work on you, right? They did all this tests. They're like, oh, you're fine. He was like thinking he was going to die. They found out it was something that he was eating. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, I told him I drank. And they thought he was going, they got to go do something with him. And he's like, nobody tells the truth.
Wow.
He said, 50 fucking beer. I said, what? He goes, yeah. And she goes,
Yep.
he's okay.
Gosh.
Right? He was eating wrong. His cholesterol was to the roof. But beer, I don't think causes high cholesterol. I think it's your diet.
Yeah, beer.
But they
I
won't
don't
even
think
blame
it's
it
gonna
like
cause
they didn't even
cholesterol,
tell
but
him, hey, you should cut down your drinking. It was like, we got to get your diet under control.
Beer and alcohol is going to kind of starcherize your system, and by starcherize I mean like it's sticky. So like the cholesterol that is in areas trying to heal stuff, it's gonna get like hardened and stickified, and so it's gonna be kind of rendered not necessarily useless, but I would imagine that is somehow very close to what happens. But
I mean, a normal person, fucking 50 beer, that's all. I could figure something he was going to die, but. But he blamed it on COVID. He said, I used to drink 60, but now I'm only down to 50. He's like, fucking stays at home and does insurance or something and just boozes all day.
that's an easy,
That's a lot.
easy lifestyle to slip into, man. The booze is just, it's so easy to start in the morning and just start sipping. I've done it before, man. It's such an easy lifestyle to get into. And I was thinking the other day, man, dude, how easy it would be for me to just buy a drink and just start drinking again. Like there's a Circle K on one of the exits on interstates on my route. And the Circle K's used to be the only ones that had the Sparks, those drinks that, they were like energy drinks that had alcohol in them.
Yeah.
They were like 7% alcohol too, so they were like a good old fucking good, they were a good kick in the teeth, man. You had a couple of those back in the day, you'd be feeling pretty darn good. Anyway, I saw the sign on my drive and I was like, I wonder if they have Sparks. Yeah. Like, then I was like, gosh, how easy it would be for me to just start drinking again. Like, I can go almost anywhere. I can go, there's bars here. It's like my nearest stop, Kev, I could have made that decision. And I was just like, then I was like, well, where wouldn't that be true? On my nearest stop, almost fucking anywhere I could get alcohol.
Everywhere alcohol. You can have a few drinks and drive, but God forbid you. Oh, that's such a slippery slope in this culture.
It is too.
Europe there's no problems in Autobahn. Fucking people driving drunk, and they're out riding bikes in the villages. In Italy, Amsterdam, but it's alcohol in our culture is just, hey, fucking. In Japan, well, you can get like 5 DUIs in America and still be okay.
Yeah.
Like you can.
There's
people
4.
I know that have five DUIs and are still driving today and still drinking.
My buddy got his 4th, and it was like, okay, they were like, well, you have to do something, or we're putting you in the pen.
There's a time when they're going to be like, okay, you got 60 days in jail or 6 months or whatever. But overseas, like you do it one time, you lose your license for a while. You got to go through driving tests and do it all over again. That's $6,000, and then
right.
And then the
You
limits
can
are
even
so
get it
low
back.
but America, they give you all these passes.
Yep.
Get it,
Pass.
there you
Alcohol
go. 3
gets
strikes,
passed.
and then
Gets
we're
a
going to
pass.
discuss
Gets
what
a
the
pass.
punishment is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, okay, fourth and fifth time.
It's a pass. It's accepted. It's promoted. And if you don't drink, you have a problem. It's the only drug
Oh,
that
yeah.
if you don't drink, they want to know what the fuck.
They're like, what?
Not,
Why
not
don't you
if you're
drink?
pregnant.
What's wrong with you?
Not if
What are you,
if,
straight
like,
edge?
Whoa,
Yeah.
you ain't drinking? Like,
Like,
what's going on? You having issues? Like, they want to psychology profile you and
Right.
try to figure out why you ain't drinking.
Right.
But
Right.
that's the problem.
Like, why is it not working on you? It's working on everybody else. Look, alcohol's everywhere. There's
see?
advertisements. There's this and that.
Yeah.
Why is it not working on you?
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like I said, it's the only drug.
And it's look at what Applebee's, the Dollarita.
Absolutely advertised.
So what does that mean?
promoted.
Like the Dollarita's back, you can buy a margarita for $1.
Oh yeah, gotta get 2 for 1 too. Jesus, you can get so blotto or under $20 still in this culture, even though the cost of living's going up and the chances of surviving are getting fucking minimal. And going out to a bar on a Friday night, Caleb told me he had his birthday party. Motherfucker, he
Yeah.
didn't have to pay for a drink. But man, he said between 5 people, like the tab was fucking outrageous. Of course, there was a girl with them and she got fucking a deal. But the point is, if you go fucking any place at 2 in the afternoon, you can get fucking shellacked for $20. You go on a Friday night, you get one drink, cost you $20. But I guess they say day drinking's the best because they fit right in with everybody else and versus nighttime. I don't know. Strange. Very strange. And then they want to entrap people too. Then they're going to throw the entrapment in there. They're going to park purposely to find out who the fuck's drinking. They're coming out of a place. So.
Alcohol gets a fucking pass.
Alcohol gets passed.
We don't know why, but it's fucking time for that shit to stop. And time for the marijuana to rise.
Yes.
And take back over the world. And take over the healthcare system again. But they don't want that. Because then they won't make any money. Because then they suck. They've always sucked. Fuck the AMA medical system. They don't have a butt. So you can't fuck them in the butt. 'Cause they don't have one. But there's still a bunch of assholes. Imagine that. You see what I did there? I created ironic tension.
Yeah, it's a crisis.
I used 5D chess, and all those chords were specifically strewn together to open your mind and allow me to pour in a subliminal message about free government money. Call today.
Yes, free government.
If your
By the
business was
pandemic.
impacted by the pandemic.
Holy Christ, was it
Free government money.
Weren't we all affected?
I told
Jesus
you.
fuck.
I told you subliminal message was coming. Beautiful.
Like the old Kurt Cobain when he used to talk about
on the fly.
Oh my God, die.
And On the Fly is down on the bottom right TV with the hockey.
Hockey's back.
Yeah, so
Hockey's back.
I can kind of see now that I'm seeing more details about the NFL, how, like the players, their behaviors, the coaches, their behaviors. I can kind of see how hockey could be scripted too.
Any of it, man. Any of it.
I
Any
can
of
see
it.
it.
It all can.
At this day and age, man, at this stage in the day and age,
Baseball.
considering all the shit that's probably going on, it's like,
Baseball, you can't script every game, but you can script one or two that make a difference. This is the playoffs here. Can you tell the pitcher to fucking let Texas have 10 runs? Oh, sure. I don't know. But baseball is more of, these guys, they don't need to rig baseball. They make so much money fucking rigging football. They don't need to rig baseball. Leave it alone.
Yeah, and like we were saying too, it's,
Like, there's
at
not
some
enough
point,
money.
they're
There's
doing,
more money put on a fucking Super Bowl than baseball to make up 10 seasons in a fucking season.
Yeah.
And it's every day baseball, but not everybody betting like they do football. That's the difference. You only have like fucking
like we were saying earlier,
70% NFL, 5% maybe baseball day.
at a certain point, it's like it's not even about the money, because they can print the fucking money if they wanted to. They can just add the money to a bank account. It's just digital. No, it doesn't. It'll never be audited. It doesn't matter. They can create it from nothing. It's fake. It's fucking fake as fuck. So, yes, the numbers do matter. The money absolutely matters. But at the same time, there's another level that isn't dictated by the numbers of the money, and their job is to synergize things. Like Kev was saying, it's the fucking NBA, it's the NHL, it's this, it's that. It's their job to synergize those things. It's not their job to, well, which one makes more money? It's fucking, they're playing a different game. They're playing, how do we keep people distracted? How do we make them feel a certain way? How do we get them into certain trends at a certain time? How do we get them eating this and eating that? That's their job. That's what all this stuff is for. And it's just super powerful tool. I mean, people did not think, like, I won't segue too far off here on this shape of the earth stuff, but just for a soft reference to it, the television made it so people in the past used to be rational and think that they could not see things that were millions of miles away, right? Like all of a sudden the sun and the stars just became millions of miles and billions of miles away now. But what they thought in the past was that they were close enough, like, it's close enough for us to see with our own eyes. The television came out, sent everybody's imagination to space through NASA, cartoons, Star Trek,
Yeah.
The Twilight Zone, all of those fucking things, right? War of the Worlds, whatever that was, that broadcast, even the radio. All of those things have synergized, and then basically, like, the television has basically damaged our eyesight, right? So we cannot see as far as we used to, or as clearly, because we're staring into these artificial lights that are manipulated us all the time. But it also gave us the idea that we can see millions of fucking miles away, just clear off into space, like... And nobody questioned it. So it's like something with these televisions is goddamn effective as fuck. To the point that the NFL's scripted. It has been. We've been watching it for years. And now all of a sudden, a bunch of us are starting to be like, guys, this isn't real.
There's just something out of that. Yeah. This is like some yeah, just these fucking it's look at this, look at that, 17-22.
Yeah, 17-22. Niners just scored a
the
field
NFL
goal
won
here.
in this game, obviously, is the Niners to win by less than 7.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And the under could absolutely still be okay. That's right. Isn't that fuck right there, the under?
I don't know, man, what's going to
39.
happen. I gotta,
Right?
I'm
39
battling
points.
my inner pride and my ego because I want to be right about these picks and I want to, like, finish out the season and be like, yes, I went 30 and,
16-10.
But at the same time, part of me is like wanting to sabotage all of that to prove to everybody that, look, like, don't be so attached to this. Because, like, I don't like how it makes me feel, honestly. It's cancerous.
So why do you think people fucking gamble and feel?
Dude, it's like that feeling. It's like, it reminds me of that feeling when I was younger and I had a couple run-ins with the law, and I'd have like a pending court case for a paraphernalia ticket or something like that.
Objection, Your Honor, grounds.
Was that twisting in my stomach that every time you thought about it, you're like, God, this is just something that I do not want to go to. Everything about it is just like, a hassle for you. And people can probably relate to other things in their own lives where it's like you think about it and it's just like creates unease in you, to put it simply. That's what being attached to these picks makes me feel. And I've worked hard to actually like seek and destroy those things in my life that bothers me, so I don't have to feel that way, because it's not a good feeling. I want to feel good when I think about things. Like even when I think about bad things, I want to have a foundation where I'm not worried about something in the foundation, right? So
Well, then I'll tell you what, I know it's somebody that'll hire you. You're going to have to learn how to fucking throw all that out under pressure. And you could probably make, I don't know, a lot of money. So, I don't know. It's tough to train the brain to object the objective. But to make it a, whatever the word is, whatever it's called.
yeah, I could probably do that
Yeah.
very effectively.
There you go.
I just understand it to a pretty good point.
I always felt like that, just learning languages. I felt like a disappointment. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm just fucking can't figure this shit out. And then finally I got it. I was like, okay.
Music
Can't be
can be
perfect.
that way. Music
Oh,
can. I
for
think that's
sure.
why a lot of people don't pick it up, because they like they pick it up and it sounds terrible, you know.
Suicide, Kurt Cobain, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. All right,
Heroin,
Trevor
heroin.
did a video where he covered every Taylor Swift song from like 1995. I can't remember the name of the video, but
Shout out to-
he actually just had a guitar and he's just standing there like doing this, like making up lyrics. I was like, that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
The guitar is all dusty as fuck.
Shout out to-
dude. Like,
Shout out to Trevor. Yeah, especially the Swifty. That fucking, you don't want the Swifties find out, but damn.
oh,
Absolutely.
there's tips and tricks that you can. I think it's kind of like anything you could say this for. If you have the right teacher, almost anything can become. Almost anybody can pick something up quickly, to at least a fairly basic level.
Yeah, Charlie Woods, Tiger Woods' kid.
Oh, sorry, I got interrupted. I feel like I'm watching another fake injury here. Jeez. Okay. Anyway. What was it? The AMA needs to go. We need to replace them with all the green weeds. Do we need to replace Christy Nome to get the green weeds in here? What is the damn holdup? I haven't heard anything about this, but they're putting in cannabis farms like right on the right off the interstate exit.
They're going to have a weed farms where once they would pull people over and put them in jail.
Yeah.
But
Like,
you
what the
got
fuck,
20
you guys?
pounds of weed on him, give him 50 years. Oh, the person that drunk and drove killed 2 fucking kids, give him 5 years probation.
Yep,
Motherfucker, I know
better.
somebody that killed 2 kids when I fucking in my 20s. Dude, he killed 2 kids, got 7 years. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he got his license, he's still driving. He's driving, like, I don't know. But then somebody get 50 pounds, there's prison for 50 years. With no priors. So think about that. Must have a good lawyer. I don't know. But now they're putting it out there in the fields for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Imagine the security they're going to have around there.
Dude.
Now we can't capitalize on it. Once it was, you go to jail, now you can make money. You got to go through the state hoops.
So aggravating.
That's good for the farmers. Shit, man.
It's
You know
like-
how much money you got to pay for land? That's like golf course.
Oh, they lied so hard. All they did was just make up some propaganda, put it on the television, and try to convince everybody that weed was bad.
What's no
While
money?
everybody was probably still smoking weed at the time. Like, I don't. The fuck, dude. And now then it became illegal, this stupid ass drug war, and like cops would actually arrest you over it and stuff. Like, what the fuck? We've been living in clown world for so fucking long. Yeah, shoot, man. I don't know how did we all get stuck here? How did we get here, Kev?
I know.
The fuck?
Fucking by choice, I guess.
Yeah, we must have had some kind of choice in the matter. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we did. If we did, I don't know. Do you think we have like, maybe we have like avatars somehow, and we're just like our spark of life has been like beamed down here, our consciousness, right? And back up in heaven or wherever the fuck we are, you and I one day were like, hey man, when we get beamed down to earth, let's fucking like set up our lives so like not till like 35, 40 years down the road we meet and then decide to do all this stuff and create this university and all this shit. Yes. Can you imagine some kind of synchronicity shit like that occurring? And we're just like, I don't know, man. Maybe some like next level shit like that's going on. Because it's like, how did we get here?
I don't know.
Like, what's that spark that like put life in us, like that could just go out at any time? And like, where did it come from, and how come? Like, we're probably all connected by that thing because we all are that thing. So,
I don't know. Talk to Neo, whole Matrix shit.
Yeah.
Somebody made up that, so it had to have happened. I mean, if it happened, somebody thought of it.
Yeah, if somebody made a movie.
You don't think that EA Sports, I can't outsmart it all. Cheat codes, too. Flags.
Yeah, I wish I knew what cheat codes were available.
Figure out those answers of those questions.
Oh, okay.
I gotta talk to somebody that grows shrooms. Be like, hey, how are things working out? Let's give them.
Yeah, we need to start like experimenting with playing certain music around the shrooms when they're growing, and seeing if it has a certain outcome on the trip.
I've talked to somebody that makes them. He's like, man, it's a fucking tedious process. You got to figure it out right. And I said, cool, figure it out right, and fucking let me know.
Yeah, put some azomite in the soil. Do that for sure.
I'd be curious how many. Yeah, I know they're in
that way your
states
shrooms,
where you can get them.
And that's why your shrooms are full of nutrition. Yeah, you can buy these
Oregon
things.
and Colorado.
I mean, God, this whole fucking society is so milquetoast. Like when people discover the dark web isn't like anything that's dark and dangerous or anything. It's just like it's just off of the regular stupid Google.com and shit like that. So you can actually buy all sorts of fucking exotic fungus. Like you can grow, you can buy the shit all from down in Peru and all of those Brazilian strains. Like anything in the fucking world, like you want, you can pretty much find it and buy it on the dark web and get it. Like just buy some Bitcoin, fucking go do your shit.
You can buy a couple kilos and see what happens.
You can probably do that too.
Have it shipped to the neighbor's address.
Dude, I once met a dude.
Have it shipped to the address where there's nobody living there.
He told me
fucking no signature required.
He told me he was selling ecstasy pills overseas. He was sending them through CD cases, like that back part of the CD case. That you put your CD in. Yeah. He would like
in between like the back art, back album cover and the.
He said eventually he got caught, but I was like, dude, I don't know if this is just some bullshit story. Like you're telling me you were committing like international drug laws, and somehow you're just like here, like how are you not doing hard time somewhere? So I don't know. I've had some experiences like that where maybe they were just lying, but if they weren't, it was like, I don't know, are you a plant? Like, why are you here? Are you a plant just to like be here? And I don't know, I wasn't paying so close to attention to the details back then.
He was a trafficking of ecstasy through the mail?
That's what he told me. Yeah, to like the fucking Amsterdam or like the Netherlands or some shit. Why like in
CDs?
It's just how they did it.
I was thinking maybe the X-ray didn't pick up it only saw like
like something
like
to
it
do
wouldn't
like
pick
that.
up the ecstasy on the
Or he
X-ray.
could send them through like manila envelopes or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't.
Put it in a
He
magazine or
told me the
something.
whole little process, and I was like, at the
How
time,
did he get caught?
I can't remember. I can't remember. He told me that too, but I can't remember.
That sucks.
Like I think it was one of those things where it was like people started talking, and then,
and then they found
like
out.
somebody he got snitched out
See
type
what I
of
mean?
thing.
That's just like you say nothing, you get nothing. Mm-hmm. But maybe that's well, yeah, damn.
But some of them,
Black marketing fucking ecstasy dealer. That interesting.
yeah, dude, it's funny as fuck.
I've heard of locked up abroad. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, that's when I was too young to
Transport
really like
drugs around
process
the world.
it.
He locked up over in. But if he was doing, I don't know, it's strange though.
I was so young, dude. I thought I knew all the shit in the world, and I just had no clue. I would have asked way better questions, and I would have paid attention to like remember those details, and because maybe he was just lying. A lot of people just lie to seem
made
cool,
up the-
to seem cool, for whatever it is. Like they'll tell you a fucking story to just, I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe they got worms in their brain too. I don't know.
I don't know.
There's so
It sounds like it's possibly true.
Yeah, it sounded like that was back in like 2003,
Ecstasy is a big deal
2004,
overseas.
maybe
Yeah.
2005, something like
Europe
that.
is big on ecstasy. Mm-hmm. A lot of ecstasy. A lot of like legal fucking drugs over in some of those countries.
It all kind of
But if
seemed.
even but come from the States, that's just like, man, somebody must be making some really good shit. Maybe it was cheap. I don't know.
Could have been,
I was
too.
thinking like how we transport. That's interesting.
I think if I remember, he just said that he just sent them, like through the fucking mail or something. I just don't remember all those details. Never thought to ask.
Yeah, that's where you go to like criminals. They teach you so much stuff. And you go to prison. You come out as
you
a
get
fucking
this
knowing-
education where you're like, oh
Christ,
my
you
God,
ready to
so
go
the
when you
government
get out,
lied
holy
about
shit,
fucking
I
everything.
could run that scam. I'm just going to do
Exactly.
it different. He told me he's in here
Yeah.
for 40. I'm out in 5. He just told me what to do.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you're out.
Yep,
Get
it's
you
it's your
connected with
first
somebody?
like real good dose of like the corruption in the world is like, oh, so all the good guys that we thought were good, like no, it's not like that. You're lucky if you get a good guy in all the good guy places.
Yeah.
But they don't have to be good because there's nobody fucking really keeping them in check. So they got this, yeah, that's a whole different
I got
darn
flagged at
conversation.
LAX at customs. I was coming back from Thailand, and this was 2002, my first trip over to Thailand, and I came back with all these bootleg DVDs because on the markets over there they used to sell these bootleg DVDs. It would be English subtitle, but it might be in Thai, but it was a bootleg. Like the fucking cover was a copy. Like it would look like a normal DVD, but you could buy box sets of all this shit. I buy box sets of Sopranos for like $30. Well, fucking that was like 85 bucks for the box. Like,
Okay, yeah.
you would get a cheap deal. Knockoff. I get fucking customs. I have all these fucking bootleg DVD that I was gonna watch.
We had a song
And
about
they
this the
fucking-
first
yeah.
time you told me this.
That's the one time I got held up in the customs
had
for
it
the
in-
counterfeit. And they put me on. They said, if you come back through here again, I went back to Thailand, came back with like one in my, I was like, I ain't getting in trouble again. So I was on they said, we got to put you on a list for copyright. We have a lot of fake jerseys, fake this shit. I said, watches too? They're like, yeah, I have fucking watches. And then they're like,
shit.
they're like,
I
because you don't
suppose you
have
had a
more
whole
than
bunch of
3,
shit.
we're not going to confiscate. The motherfucking, those are like fake Rolexes. But I was having personal. They said anything more than 3, I would have been arrested.
Could you tell that they were fake?
Fucking said Folex. I mean, but
Oh,
look,
okay.
You could tell they were counterfeit.
Said
Because these were
Folex.
like $10,000, $20,000 watches you'd buy in the States. But the bootleg DVD was a funny one because the guy that was counting all that he was going through them, he was like, oh man, I want to see this one. I was like, man, you gonna take all my stuff? And he's like, man, we told you the customs, they told you no counterfeit stuff from overseas. I'm like, well, shit, my first time, he's like, we got you. He's like, he was cool with me.
Yeah.
But he's like, we have people that come here 10 different trips and we finally catch them with hundreds of thousands of things going on. And he's like, We just fucking got you and you have all these, I told him, he's like, I'm not selling them. He's like, how can we prove that? I'm like, I don't have any way to prove it, but I'm going to watch these. He's like, no, he's like, I had to spend half an hour into that shit. And I was dumb enough, I didn't ask for a lawyer, but I'm like, I'm just playing stupid dumb. First time coming from Thailand, what do you expect?
Yeah. Interesting.
Jerseys was a big one too. Like you get knockoff shit, fucking you get the $2,000 worth of fake shit overseas. You could turn that into $50,000 if you really
Watch this play here.
just right to him.
Yeah, not even close to this
Nobody
guy.
there. That's good though for you.
Oh man. Only 5 minutes left. It's like, can't they just kind of run the clock out at this point? I suppose not really. We're not even in that last 4 minutes. I should probably just watch what happens because they'll probably throw another interception here, some shit like that.
It's just sitting at 39. What was the overrun?
Yeah, it's
40?
44,
Yeah,
isn't
shit.
it? I
It'd be
know,
a
right?
Field goal at most. But it wouldn't be a field goal with the Niners. It's either touchdown Niners or the game.
I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Flags.
Yep, flag.
Prior pass illegal contact. It's like the third call on him already. Oh, jeez. That was like intentional as fuck, was it not?
Right in front of the ref, too.
Yeah, dude.
Why would you do that?
Look
in
at
front
this.
of the-
Oh, run right into
What do you
him.
expect, the ref not to see that?
Yeah, he runs right into him.
You didn't think that ref knows, if he didn't throw a flag, there would have been something
It
wrong.
was so
That would have been something
scripted.
wrong there. Like,
Come on, can we get a real football game? Hell no, we can't get a real football game.
not even on Super Bowl.
Nope.
There's no more reality anymore.
Yeah, this is fake.
All there for people's pleasure, viewing, and entertainment.
All for your viewing pleasure.
I don't find much entertainment anymore when it comes to like the
Are-
obvious. Does that
Are
make
you
sense?
all feeling pleasured?
Just the entertainment is.
I hope that comes up as a question sometime when people are watching. That just comes up as like a pop-up question. It'll be like, are you feeling pleasured? Is this broadcast satisfactory? How would you rate it? Then you'll get points, for like interacting with it.
Yeah, and then you get $5. If you put $200,
5,000 points, you can get next
you put
Thursday's game
$5
free.
in, you get 200 back in bonus bets.
Yeah. Oh, and you can get badges and rank up stuff, and then you can show them to your friends too. Like, I got this many NFL gadget points. Oh my god.
Fucking Vikings.
Yeah, jeez. Just kind of chewing up time off the clock is all they're doing here. Crazy.
Smart though. Fucking guy down again, man. He's done. That guy is hurt.
Another injury. Huh. Well, the game is not over yet, but they certainly seem to try to be winding down the energy. Very much of a buzzkill, even if you're a Vikings fan right now. It's like, geez.
Usually the fucking crowd's like just, you can't even, I don't know what happened to them. It sounded like more Niners fans were there.
Yeah, it did. At least what we heard for sure. It was
Vegas was the same way, but we're talking Vikings.
Dang it, I didn't really pay attention. Even did they really pipe in the crowd when the Vikings have scored? I don't really remember noticing.
Didn't seem much excitement.
Yeah, I don't remember like.
Why are these Monday night games? I don't know why.
These are weird.
What are they doing to us as the public to, I don't know.
Something going on.
Sunday night games are the excitement, man. That's where it's,
I should start watching on Sunday, but it's like I'm usually finishing up my weekend on Sunday where it's like I get time to myself.
there he is. He's shot,
guess-
Travis. Get your shot, Kelsey. Come on, man. Be a good role model.
What's he doing here, grilling? Yeah, isn't this where he gets vaccinated? He's got the 2. Okay, let me see this again. Has Travis Kelce won 2 Super Bowls?
Has he?
Yeah.
I think they went back to back, didn't they?
Did the Chiefs win back to back?
That's how far ago. I remember last year. Yeah, Kelsey got two.
Okay.
You
Because
better
I don't
find out
remember
that-
who won it the fucking year before, dude. Did the Chiefs just 2-peat? Like, it's a fucking. No, it was the
No,
Rams.
it was 2020.
Okay.
They won the 2020, and then they took 2 years off.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like
So
that
he
was
only
COVID
has-
year. That was the COVID year. They
So
won.
he only has one. No, he has 2 then.
2
Okay,
rings.
got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the only 2 years that the Chiefs won in 1970 also.
All right.
That just shows you that the way the Patriots did it, they kind of did the same thing. They won 2 in 3 years, then they won 5 in a row. So I'm thinking this is where Chiefs. It's going to be Chiefs for 5 years at least, man. At least, because Mahomes ain't going to get traded.
They put a lot of money into that narrative,
And Mahomes wants to ultimately own a football team when he retires. I give him 5 years, he fucking retires. Next thing you know, he owns the Chiefs. Andy Reid retires.
Fuck, are we gonna be seeing
give
him like
5
Troy
rings and
Aikman?
retire, bro. Like it'll be some Tom Brady stat he gonna beat. And then
Is he the next suit we're gonna see up here,
I think-
like Troy Aikman every fucking
I
game?
don't know about him doing commentating, but we'll see, man. It's like Peyton Manning, but he kind of like I don't know. It's the Chiefs dynasty.
Wow.
2000 to 2025, it's gonna be Chiefs and Taylor Swift.
Okay, yeah, there's the crowd. It's probably noisy as F in there, and they're just not letting us hear it.
Yeah, they control the. They don't want the crowd over Troy Aikman.
That was the holding they called? Dude, yeah, they're just calling anything they can for the Vikes here to win this game. He thought he was down. Not if the Niners aren't really trying to tackle him, brother.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
What a mess. Troy Aikman. Joe Buck.
Oh, now this is like a milk fest of the Vikings performing so well. It's like, oh my God. Dude.
first down, they should seal. Oh, fucking 2 minute. Nope. The Vikings get first down and pretty much close the game. Niners out of timeouts. If 2 minute warning, Vikings get a first down, they win the game. If they get a fourth down, watch out. Fucking
That's
Niners.
what I was like. Can they run?
They can't after
They
this.
had 5 minutes 30 seconds.
If they had a
left.
first down now, where it was 1st and 10, they, 35, that'd be right. Yeah, they'd have like they got to get a first down. What the hell?
Okay. Wow.
Skull.
Well, whatever the fuck we're watching here tonight. Skull Nation is going to be probably happy either way. Even if they end up losing this game somehow. At least it was a close game and they did pretty well. And
Vikings.
Troy Aikman was like, look at that whole team was just so good. You know?
They're the best fucking 3-14.
I mean,
They'll be 3-4 after tonight.
those two just had a total attitude like this game is already over. You know, they had no ounce of like the Niners really got to fight back here.
Yeah,
It's just been like,
those guys, they're collectively just nothing. They're always like that.
always one way.
always.
It's just always right with the script.
Always just
Never like provocative of thought.
Nothing.
Just
Joe Buck's serious, bro. There's no jokes cracking. There's no nothing. It's like
yeah.
he
Yeah,
is-
super dry, super
he is a
unanimated.
very serious man.
And they don't have really any tone to them. They don't tone anything. It's just all lacking.
Yeah.
It's like they're just empty, making noises.
Like it used to be different, like John Elway and
Yeah, they had character and
Michaels.
like charisma.
John Elway, Al Michaels.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, people didn't like football to watch Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
Just
they had presence.
the way they talk, they was exciting.
It was entertaining. Yeah, it was like listening to somebody read a good book who's like really good at telling the story.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they gotta spend money on somebody. That bad.
Yeah. It's weird. He's wearing his wedding ring, Kev.
Fraud.
Why? Like, what is that symbolism there? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback wear a wedding ring. Have I just not been watching?
Oh, field goal. This could be disastrous.
Why wouldn't they just knee the ball?
Because
Or does this extend
you can't kneel the
time?
ball. You give the ball back in 8 seconds with a minute left. At least you put the score up to 8
Okay.
points.
So this isn't. So they kind of have to do.
Nope, they needed a first down. The game over. Now they're fucking stuck with a field goal. They can't. They missed a chip shot at the beginning of the game, a 15-yarder.
But a field goal, they'll win.
Field goals go up 8 points.
I guess they'd have to go for 2 then.
That
But
San Fran would have to get touchdown, no timeouts, and 2 points.
now they're probably just trying to keep people at the stadium. How many people do you think they're leaving?
Man,
At
Vikings
Viking
fans
Stadium?
pretty loyal when it comes to if they're within, especially if they have the lead. I think people want to celebrate their victory. If he misses this, people leave the stadium. They'll be like, "Fuck that." That's a long field goal for Vikings. 50 yards.
He did miss a field goal earlier. Remember you said
Yeah,
that we were going to
15-yard
see
chip
some
shot.
more of that?
He's doing 3 times as far.
Oh,
Way
it's out.
right.
You said it. You called it earlier. You said we're going to see more of those because he missed that one. You called it. But this is just
right.
for suspense, right?
Yeah.
What do they do? This isn't
See, there's
foreshadowing a
Vikes
Niner
that some of them are
comeback.
leaving. I told you this shit.
Niner comes back and win it 23-22. They don't even kick the field goal. The extra point,
They
I mean.
need 6 points to win. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
6 points, they win the game outright. No timeouts. Man, the Vikings, what the fuck,
Come on,
man?
let's see it. Let's go.
Minneapolis
Let's
is
go.
cursed with this shit. Here we go. They could make this fucking turn up flags.
Oh, my
Here's how you
goodness.
script this.
Here we go.
This is how you fucking, the game's right here, last minute. Need a turnover, obviously. That would have been good.
Look at that. I like that old school visor. Did you see that? That's cool. That was like the coolest thing. It's a bit. Hike. Yes, I love the suspense. Let's go. Let's go. It's already scripted. They already know. I thought he dropped the ball, Kev. I thought it looked like he dropped it. But it was his feet.
See, they can fucking...
They're on the
Dude,
40-yard
they got
line
so
with
much
34
fucking-
seconds
got-
left.
They got
2nd and 10.
shit that just... What I tell you, man, it's just, it's disgusting fucking... It's horrible.
Come on, come on. I want to see it happen just because I want to see it happen. Let's go, let's go. Get that one back from the beginning of the game, right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
That's game. No
Intercepted.
flag. Though. No flag. All right. Game set. Maybe. Make sure. It's always some stupid. They're gonna fight me. Oh God.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Well, that worked out.
All 1 and 2. Moved to 20 and 8 on the season.
Well, 28. Go to Discord. Get the pick for Saturday. I got a rebound.
Yeah. Playing with fire on that last pick.
Yes, sir. Got to do it once a season.
Yeah. Go big or go home.
Yeah, that's how it had to work.
Go big or go home.
I wish it would have been a 70-20 loss. Make me even remember more.
Yeah, that
I will
would've
never
been a
forget the
little
Taylor
cooler.
Swift. That's how I'll remember that one.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I always remember the bad beats, and I was fucking bad.
Taylor was bound to get you this season, I
She
guess.
sure did, man.
Yeah.
She had my number ever since I started
She had
talking
it.
shit about her fucking last Super Bowl.
She had it dialed in.
She got something for me. Or everybody took my pick, and there's so much money bet on that side that they had to fucking rig it against me. I can't win. So, well, that was a fun one.
Well, I think the Chiefs or the public was all over the.
Chargers.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Nobody wanted to see the Chiefs win.
Right.
Taylor
Then
did help.
Taylor shows up and she's like, "Yeah, but I do."
I
And
wanna
Taylor gets
see
what Taylor wants.
Goddamn right. Cover that fucking spread. Yes, sir.
Oh man. Yeah, shoot. Well, interesting game. Super scripted. Good God, you guys, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Because if he makes that field goal at the end, you don't even need to do it. But since he didn't make it, then we can just milk up that emotion, right?
Yeah.
Build it up, build it up.
What a mess.
Crazy. It's crazy how they just manipulate all this. You see what I'm saying? Like, he just raised his fucking hand in the air, but neither of those two defenders closed in on the receiver. They just made sure he had 5 yards on each side. And then Ope flips his hand up like, oh, I couldn't see him. Look, my head's turned. It's like you're a professional at this. Like you would be able to turn, you would be very, very good at locating the ball. And they have microphones and speakers in the helmets, you guys. They can talk directly to every player on the field. All they would have to do is be like, 11 o'clock, jump now, block it. They could coach them to where they're fucking going. Be like, he's going for him, he's going for him. They would turn on the fucking jets and go, you know. But you never see these guys turn it up. You never see them turn it on. It's like...
Well, good the Vikings won, though. They got their first win.
We are watching a WWE with a football. That's it.
And a fucking Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
SummerSlam coming to you.
Right,
Super
dude.
SummerSlam parlay bets. Get your action in, you fucking degenerates. Gamble,
That's
more.
That's right. Booze.
Can't win a
shots,
2-team.
shots,
Can't
shots.
win one bet. Can't win one team. I got to do a
Sugar,
10-team
sugar.
parlay.
Gluten.
Fucking A, dude. The good for the Vikings. I'm good for them. First win at home. The Niners could afford to lose a game. Niners play next week, and then.
You're right about that. That is where the narrative set. We'd identified that when we were talking earlier.
The Vikings
before
are
the
going,
game.
The Vikings are going into the Packers next week, so that's a
Couple of
rivalry.
away games where it's like they'll probably win one of them. Good chance to win one of them. But who knows? Minnesota's also one of those teams that the NFL really likes to fuck with the narrative with
Like
them.
Minnesota
really,
State
like
team.
they're
The
the
hockey,
Minnesota sleeper that
the
never does.
The NBA, the baseball, the Twins.
They rumble and stir, but they
it's a
never wake up.
Very loyal fan base, but God,
That's right.
They never get they always get false hopes.
All right, they were 0-3 on the season. They were due. We talked about all of this, so it's not like we were necessarily wrong. I was obviously just going with a bias, as I said, but our analysis of the game was still pretty spot on. We looked up ahead, like we just said, the Vikings schedule, and it was like, well, do they really want them to be 2-4? You know, and then they go losing. It's
the Lions
like
would have the division wrapped up at
That's
Thanksgiving
right.
if they went on that pace.
it's like
Lions
that's right.
10-2, and the rest of the league's fucked.
We got
The
to
rest
keep
of
in
the
mind
division.
the upcoming holidays.
Yep.
And the upcoming holidays, Halloween and then Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving being the big one because that's when the families all come together and talk.
Football games on
so
Thursday.
you got to have these narratives going with the teams, so there's tension there, something to talk about, and then they'll tie it in with the political thing going on.
The war.
So
We're going to war.
that's right, and the election thing.
The soldiers
so,
going to be watching Super Bowl from wherever they're going to be, but they're on their way.
That's right. That's what we're dealing with right now. So,
And I'm going to be sitting right here.
what are we halfway through the season
Nope.
now?
Next week.
Next week we'll be
Week
halfway
eight.
through
Well, week 8
the
is
season, and then how many weeks after that for Super Bowl?
well, there's 20 weeks
20 weeks. Okay.
because you got the
Does that include the playoffs?
Yeah, it's
Is the 18 games includes
no,
the playoffs?
18 games is
Just
the
regular
se-
season.
The 17 game, 18.
I thought it was,
Okay, whatever.
thought it
17.
was maybe 16, but I can't remember.
No, then there's a wild card and then
Okay.
first round.
So we got a little while
Then
yet
the
before.
division, then the championship.
Okay.
So you're looking at 5 weeks of playoffs, and then 1 week off
okay.
in Super Bowl.
So we got some good time to for these narratives to develop yet.
yeah,
I was
this is
thinking like
halfway.
if we're already halfway through the
Especially with the holidays
Whole
and the Christmas
entire
come up,
season,
they're
man.
gonna have fucking Kelsey singing Christmas songs with this Taylor. They're gonna have a Christmas album. There's gonna be all this Christmas stuff with the Kelsey's and the Swifts. Dinner at Mama Kelsey's, and it's gonna be fucking everybody over there for Thanksgiving, and they're fighting about the Eagles,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be talking, and it's gonna be one of those family scripts for Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Everybody loves Mama Kelsey.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Taylor, Mama Kelsey's out of the picture now. She was in the picture, and then Taylor, because she was like in the Super Bowl highlights last year. She got 2 sons in the Super Bowl. Who's she gonna vote for? Who's she going for? I mean, would Jason Kelsey be more of a future generation? No, fucking Travis. He gonna direct everything. And with his Mahomes, so something's gonna go on with the holidays for sure.
Yep. Yeah. We're gonna see
The
what
Chiefs are gonna be involved in it.
Bet on that.
Yes, sir.
Well, Swifty strikes. And might have to work that into the title somehow. Maybe something that rhymes with
Taylor
that.
Swift got her revenge.
Yeah, Swifty strikes, and maybe that's it.
Something Swifty. Shout out to Swifties.
Swifty strikes, Niners Vikes. I suppose that's a wrap, y'all. We'll catch you next time for Raiders Lions. That's when it's going to be a good one. I got a good feeling about that game.
Let's go, Lamar.
Aren't the Lions like looking pretty tough this year, is what I'm hearing, or are the Lions looking like shit?
Lions are they're 5-2.
5-2 is
The
looking
Ravens
pretty
are
tough for
5-1.
most people. I know the Raiders.
5-6-1.
Raiders, not Ravens.
Oh, the Raiders. The Raiders are garbage.
Yeah.
They've lost. They've won 2
At
games.
Lions, forecasting Lions win on that one is kind
Lions
of what
just
I
came
want
off
to forecast.
a loss against whoever they. Oh, the
Raiders in
Ravens.
another Monday night game. We haven't had a 2-peat yet, and the Raiders are the first one.
Well,
That's interesting.
right on.
I suppose that's due to happen. All right, y'all. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.
Arigato gozaimasu. Laters.